And hello, everyone, to another Toonkind game. This is a one-shot called Unsteady in Love. I will be your DM for today. It's Wick, and I am here with four lovely players. Would you like to introduce yourselves, going from top to bottom?
Yep. Hi, I'm Candlestick, the local Toonkind archivist, and today I'm going to be playing Cassetta Treblecleff, who goes by Cassie. And does she know anything about love? Absolutely not, but I'm sure she'll be eager to help.
Hi, I'm Luca, aka Doc, and I will be playing the lovely Muppet-born paladin, Pawsy Pride, who knows nothing about love but is just happy to help.
Hello, I'm Kraken. I'm playing Craigory Danthew, and he's got nothing, you guys. Big fat zero. Nothing about love.
I'm playing Cassel Sinopia. He's read a lot about this thing called love and thinks he knows some of the things about it, but hasn't directly been in love himself. He's an archivist, so he does a lot of the library stuff for the Pokemon on Johtos as part of the Independent Isles.
We'd love to hear it. None of you know about love, but neither does this guy.
Experts, one and all.
Yes,
We're off to a good start.
really are. I wouldn't have it any other way. So, we start our scene. It's late afternoon, and we're in Toontown, of all places. And each of you has, in some way or another, encountered a flyer of sorts. You can't really call it a flyer, it's just kind of a piece of notebook paper. But what caught your eye, for each of you, is the big capital letters and the plastered stickers all over it, which certainly means it's very serious business. So, this paper has directed you to a particular office in Toontown. And, but you might need to do a little bit of navigating. So let's start off each with a survival roll to see if you can make your way over there.
Oh, good.
Starting strong, I see.
Beauty. Oh, perfect. 5 for 5 on navigation
Perfect.
for wizard.
Oh god, I have to remember this isn't Tatsu.
Oh!
Oh my.
Nat 1.
And we have our
Okay.
that one.
Beautiful. Getting it out of the way. So, so it looks like, sorry, it's just cracking me up. But, so the first to arrive at this office, seemingly office building, is Cassie, who had noticed the particular decorations outside and has found themselves right in front of the shop. But just a block or two away, the other three of you all bump into each other at a map to try to figure out where you guys were going. And but it isn't too far away. So do you guys say hi as you're trying to look at this map for a little bit?
Hang on,
Pawsy.
I think you've also got the same page that I found? Or like something similar?
Pawsy, who is like 7 feet tall, immediately goes up to the other two and is just like, "Oh, hello! Did you all get the same paper I did? Oh, I wonder where we're supposed to go. Do you all know where we're supposed to go?"
No idea.
No clue. The handwriting's atrocious, but I think I can make it out.
Craigory's got the
Maybe.
paper very close to his face. Squinting.
If you give me a moment,
Pawsy's
I might be able
afraid
to
if
figure
she
it out.
grips it too hard, she's gonna break it.
I can use comprehend languages if I sit here for 10 minutes on it.
How do I do it?
I don't. No, you don't have to. You can read it fine enough. I mean, the letters are a little slanted, but it is in common, which I'm assuming all of you can read. So,
Bold of you to assume anyone can read. But yes, Craigory.
all right.
Cassel
Look,
can.
Pawsy's a Muppet. Understanding is not her strong suit.
That's right. I just remembered comprehend languages won't get any secret meaning out of it. Maybe we'll have to find some other way to find out where it's actually pointing us to. And Cassel holds it up, looking to possible locations that we could be leading towards.
Should the rest be doing perhaps like a perception or investigation?
Whichever suits your fancy.
Craigory himself is
Pawsy
going to
is
give it a go.
Pawsy is just staring absentmindedly at the map, trying to figure this out.
Oh, that.
Hey, there we go.
Okay, I'm willing to bet what happens here is that Pawsy's just vibing, and Cassel's trying to show Pawsy the little flyer. But Craigory, you take a moment to look away from it, and just down the way, you notice Cassie, who also has the same kind of paper in front of a particular shop.
Aha. He's going to tap Pawsy lightly on the arm. Think someone else found it.
Pawsy goes, "Huh?" And then looks over to the other person and is like, "Oh!"
Well, Craigory's walking.
Should we follow them?
Yep. Cassel follow.
Should I roll a perception to see if Cassie notices the 3 toons following her?
Yes, please.
Oh, phrased like that, that's terrible.
You just see these 3 taller tunes just coming after you.
This 7-foot-tall Muppet just walking towards you.
Oh god.
I think that's probably enough to see the 7-foot-tall Muppet following.
A shadow
Yeah,
falls
at
over
first-
Cassie.
You look up and it's just But yes, at
Hi.
first you were
Sorry, she just
No,
says
go ahead.
hi.
Go ahead.
Hi!
Are you going this way too?
I think so.
I think so.
Yeah, I don't know. Do you know where you're
Yeah,
going?
do you know where this...
Well, I think so. I've been past this area a few times, traveling to and from the train stations, and I think I recognize where I'm going.
Oh, good.
Well, that's good, because I don't think any of us do.
Convenient.
Lead the way then.
All right.
And all you have to do is turn back to face the building in front of you because it's right there.
Oh.
So the building in question. I don't have a ref of it, but you can all see the sign from where you are. This place is called the Sweetheart Center, home of the Love Doctor.
Huh.
But you also notice, you don't need to roll for it. You also notice on the door, there is a sign that says that it's closed for renovations. And it's now, after all of the hi, hellos, is this the right place? You notice to your right, to the right of all of you, there's this very small tube, not very small, but just moderately small. This little rock man is just sitting there, rather glumly on the sidewalk.
Pawsy
Hi, did
immediately
you
goes
also
up.
get the flower?
Pawsy immediately goes up and says, "Hi, hello," because that's what she does to everyone.
He turns to face the two of you. Oh, a flyer? What for?
This one. We found it blowing around, and we wanted to figure out why they existed, why they were flying around.
He takes it out of your hand to take a look at it for a moment, and then goes, "Ah, so you guys are," and he stands up, and this man is only 3 feet tall, so he is much smaller than all of you.
Oh,
But
baby.
he looks at the four of you and goes, "So you came here to help me," and he is now ecstatic. It's like all of his glum just went away very quickly. He's very relieved to see you.
Yes.
I mean it.
Yes, I guess we can help. What?
You're the one who made the flyer. Then yeah, we're here to help.
Oh, thank goodness. See, I went to this here love doctor, and he points to the office, but it looks like they're closed. I don't really know why. I mean, it's not that late. He says as he looks at his non-existent watch. He doesn't have one, but he's just looking for emphasis.
It says it's closed for renovations. See, and Cassie will point at the text that says for renovations.
Yeah,
He
it's
kind
gonna
of
be a
squints
while.
at it.
Renovations mean it needs to be rebuilt and stuff. They're trying to make it all nice and stuff for later, but it just means they have to close for now while they're making it all nice. So it's probably not going to be open today or tomorrow.
And you can see him kind of visibly deflate a little. Oh, that is what that meant. I was afraid. That'd be the case. But at least you guys are here now, so you can help me. See, I knew that just in case that I didn't know what renovations meant, but just in case, and he is gonna go into his hammer space, and he pulls out another one of those little notebook papers, but this time it's got different writing on it. I made up a backup plan just in case, and it's got 3 parts to it. And he gives it to you guys to take a look, and it's a very simple 3 numbered list. Which just simply says 1, get cool clothes. 2, have nice dinner. And 3, walk date home. And that is it.
I
I
mean,
was
that
hoping
scans
maybe.
to me.
I mean,
You're going on a date? Ah! Are they nice? What's they like?
well, I mean, I thought I wrote that on the paper. Maybe I forgot. Yeah, I was gonna get some advice for it. I haven't been on one in a very long time. He just He's nervously scratching his head a little.
Well,
No.
this plan
Good.
seems to line up with most of the romance novels I've read.
Right? Right? It makes sense, I think. But that's why I wanted to ask you guys, just in case, because it's got to be really nice. You know, first impressions are very good. And he does like this little hands on his hips, like, yeah, I'm proud of that. um,
Mhm.
Good start already, it seems. Craigory's looking at number one, nice clothes, and then looking at this tune. What are they wearing?
they, I'm so glad you asked. They're just wearing sneakers and a little jacket.
Nice, but we might be able to tidy that up a little bit. Do we know if the tailor's open today?
Ah, well, you know, I thought I saw a clothing store nearby, and he looks around and he's trying to rack his brain for where he last saw it.
I feel like could Craigory roll a history to see if he can remember where Taylor's is?
I was gonna say, can Pawsy roll a history?
You both can roll a history. Ooh,
Hey.
my love.
The more I roll, the more I realize how oblivious Pawsy is.
I love
Pawsy's
Pawsy so much
good.
right now.
I love. But
But yeah, Craigory saw clothes, saw what Stoon is wearing, is thinking, and he just snaps his fingers. He's like, okay, I may not know a lot about this, but I do know clothes of it. I know the place.
that's great. Meanwhile, while you had been thinking about it, I'm just imagining that both Pawsy and he were just making sounds, trying to think.
Exactly.
Their thought bubbles get mixed up and like then tangled together, and that's why they can't think of anything.
Remembering the story is the easy part. Finding it is the hard part for this man.
Do we have to roll survival again?
Oh no.
Why don't I just have Craigory do that?
Get ready, guys. This is
Since
going to
you'd
be
be leading the way.
interesting. Yeah. One survival coming right up.
Ah,
Aha.
Nice.
I guess staring at that map for a little while, you know, instead of being able to find the office, you at least remembered where this clothing store might be. So,
He's been here enough. He's been here enough. Yep.
so when do we get going? He's just looking around excitedly.
When's is the date lined up? Do we have a deadline?
He starts nervously sweating a little. Yeah, it's like in an hour or two.
Oh.
It's tonight, so we still have a little time. It should be. I don't have a watch,
Okay. Well.
but we should be okay. With all of us, we should be able to find something quickly.
Yeah. Let's get moving then.
Okay.
Wizard is leading the way.
Onward!
I imagine now it's all going in like nearly height order as like the two of you are in the front and then the rest are following.
There's a procession. Yeah, procession going. I don't know about the rest of you, but Craigory's getting kind of excited for this. He likes this shop. And, he's actually going to go, wait, hold on. Did I catch any of your names? I don't think I can go shopping with people unless I know your names.
Well,
Well,
my
I think
name's
that's understandable.
Castle Sinopia.
Hi, I'm Cassie.
Aussie Pride, at your service.
Craigory. And he's...
Do they all turn and look at
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, they do.
As one.
This little man who's excited, but hadn't had the wherewithal to finish up the introduction. You just see him standing there, kind of like dumb and happy for a little bit, and then he's like, "Oh, right, sorry. I'm Rock."
Rock.
Is your
Alright.
name just Rock?
Well, it's Rocksteady, but you can just call me Rock.
Okay,
Hi,
Rock.
Rock. Nice to meet you.
And it's nice to meet all of you.
We're
I
gonna make
know,
this
everyone's...
the best date ever.
And he just claps excitedly, like, "Yeah!"
Yeah,
It's
it'll
like
be
all
good.
in the romance novels. Just got to get the music playing and nice clothes.
Yeah, we need the...
Should be nice.
Oh, and flowers. Lots and lots and lots of flowers.
Definitely
Flowers?
flowers.
That's a good one.
Definitely flowers.
I have flowers, and he's gonna pull something. And he actually pulls out a bouquet of flowers.
Ooh, what kind of flowers?
Ooh.
But upon looking closer, you notice something a little peculiar. The entirety of the bouquet is made of like different wildflowers. So you got like some dandelions, and you got like some henbit, and it's kind of something like you would pick out from someone's lawn.
Oh, that's so cute, though. Oh, I love that.
Heartfelt.
Craigory thinks
And,
this is
he-
perfectly
he's
fine.
just-
He nods in total approval.
Pawsy does as well. She's like, yes, good choices.
I just thought they were really nice. But I gotta save it for the date. So he goes and puts it back in his hammer's face. All right, let's go and get some clothes.
All right, I think with that, they're coming up on this store I'm totally making up on the spot. That Craigory
Wait,
kept-
I have one if you
Oh,
need
you
it.
have one. Oh, yeah.
Campbell's.
Yes, we have Campbell's, and that's what it's gonna be.
Excellent.
Campbell's! I love it.
What-
Campbell's clothing store.
What kind of clothing do they sell?
Kinds.
What?
All kinds of clothes.
Yes, they do have a variety. I'm not really sure what the storefront looks like, but like you can tell since there's clothes in the store window that it's a clothing store. So all of you make your way inside, and there seems to be a rather vast selection, but the organization seems rather haphazard. There's some things just sorted by color, something sorted by size, some things in alphabetical order. You don't know how that works, but there is an employee nearby who is just adjusting things on one of the clothing racks. And yeah, we're here at the store. Yeah. I want to just maybe a perception or just kind of poke around at things.
Pawsy is going to look to Rock and say, So, did you have any idea what you meant when you wrote down cool clothes? Like anything specifically in mind?
And
Cassel's going straight for the tailcoats.
Craigory is going in the other direction, heading right for the ball gowns.
I think Cassie has gotten distracted and is now looking at something completely unrelated.
perfect. Okay, wait.
Scatter.
So let me get this straight. You're going. They all just scatter. We cover more ground that way. Wait. So Craigory, you went to the ball gowns. Cassel, where did you go?
To look at like the fancy tailcoats, like the really fancy suit kind of.
Nice. And Cassie's looking at something else. And
Yeah, I think she's in the shoe section and she's looking at ballet shoes.
and Pawsy just asked Rock. And Rock, he looks a little nervous, but he kind of just shrugs. I mean, I was gonna ask you guys. I wasn't really sure what would look nice and be.
Well, do you want it to be formal or like semi-formal or like really casual?
And with each of those words, he gets more and more question marks over his head. He's kind of like, I don't really know much about fashion.
Okay, that's fair. And she like reaches down to like grab his hand because she's big, doesn't want to lose him, and starts to walk towards the dress shirts, if there is dress shirts.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Then that is where Pawsy is leading him because she does not want to lose this 3-foot tall tune.
And he is perfectly fine.
Find what we were looking for.
Actually, you guys made it a lot easier on me
Nice.
by describing where you are. So, each of you has now kind of grabbed something for him to try on. So, after you kind of poke around in each of your respective sections, you all kind of converge upon the little section that's a fitting room, and he is ready to try stuff on. So who would like to go first?
You know what? Craigory steps up and Rock is small. So guesstimating sizes totally, but.
I was rolling for initiative.
Oh, there's an idea.
Eh?
Rolling for initiative.
Go ahead. You know what? You
Sure.
rest of you.
We're all elbowing each other out of the way to.
What is my initiative?
Get the first say. Listen, Craigory has opinions on clothes.
That's
Beautiful.
got his like little tailcoat that he's picked out and he's trying to bring it right to the front.
Okay. And so
Looks like rock, paper, scissors.
And so you bring the outfit that you found to Rock. He takes it and he's like, oh, okay, I'll go and try it on. So he goes into the little room, pulls the curtain closed, and he only takes a little moment, and then he comes back out and poses, and you see that along with the tailcoat, it's a whole suit with a little hat.
Excellent.
Aww.
That fits perfectly. Why don't we try some other things?
This one is pretty nice, I think. Is this what you call formal, semi-formal? I don't know the words you were saying.
I'd say it's formal, but they might have other opinions.
Definitely
What?
formal.
Yeah, pretty formal.
Is it good? Is this all right?
It depends where you're going on to the date.
Depends how you want to look.
All of these parts. He already looks a little like, oh, this is a lot more than I thought. Should I try on more clothes? As he points to whatever Cassie has brought.
I'm trying to figure out what Cassie brought back.
Oh, you'll see. So Cassie will hands the outfit to him, and he goes back into the room to change. And,
I think realizing that she got distracted, she just picked the first thing that she saw that she thought was suitable.
And
Suitable.
the first thing that catches your eye was a solid color. He comes out and he's wearing solid green. He comes out and he's like, this is also rather spiffy. I like the shoes, and they're some blue sneakers. And he gets another little hat because it's a hat. What do you think? It's nice and green. I like green.
Okay.
What was
That
what
was
was
a
that?
nat 20 on deception. Cassie, I'm so sorry.
Oh
Gregory thinks your last minute taste in clothes is. Oh, I'm so sorry. You don't see it. Nobody sees it. Wizard disapproves.
Pawsy is definitely like, ooh, really nice color choices, but it might be a little too casual for what we're going for. This is a first date, after all.
I like the shoes, though.
Shoes are very good. I agree with that.
The shoes are very nice.
Solid colors are always good.
I really do like sneakers. So then I guess we could try. We could try your outfit, as he points to Pawsy.
Oh, yes. And she quickly, like, almost shoves the clothes into his arms because she's a little unknown. She doesn't know her own strength, so she's just like, here.
Okay. All right, let's go and try this one. So he goes over, closes the curtain, and then sooner or later, back open, and has this snazzy outfit.
Ooh, colorful.
Yes.
Bold and brash.
Beautiful.
Got another deception check.
He has opinions.
He has it. And he's
it.
trying to hide said opinion.
He's still attempting to hide it, but it comes across more strongly this time. He's not a fan of the Technicolor Dreamcoat approach here.
I like the coat. He says as he rubs one of the sleeves affectionately. It's got stars. It looks like a galaxy. I was going for a galaxy print, and I cannot draw galaxy print.
Oh,
But he also kind of
why
pats
is your
the little
sense
hat.
of fashion so terrible? But
I mean, I don't think any of ours is any better.
Speaking
but
of,
then
About the fetching, but unless you're going to the theater, it's probably not. It's probably a little overkill.
Okay. But I mean, Rack notices that Craigory, it's your turn.
Yeah. Best for last, am I right? And he
And
hands over his pick.
and so then he goes in, the curtain closed, and the curtain opens, and I absolutely love that you went to the ball gown
Yes.
section because we have a gap.
Yes.
And he comes out wearing this, and he's like, oh, and it comes with the little accessories too because I feel extra. That is supposed to be a necklace, but of course with him it's very big. This is kind of nice, I think. And
You look really fancy.
It's a date. You should be
You're
fancy.
rocking it.
Ah.
Uh-huh.
Ha.
And she
And-
kind of snickers at her own joke.
It's alright. Cassie laughed at the joke.
I didn't get it till now. Sometimes I forget he's around. And he kind of walks in like a little circle as he kind of lets the skirt on it kind of like twirl a little bit. I don't think I wore one of these before. It's pretty neat. Well, what do you guys think?
Hmm.
Hmm.
Did you tell us who you were trying to impress and where you were going?
Oh, that's important for the date, right?
Yeah, I'd say that's
Uh,
pretty important.
Ah, well, it's just this really nice tune that I met, and he gets kind of a dreamy look in his eyes. And we're gonna go have some dinner. So it's gonna be, I think, at a nice restaurant. I think. I mean, I picked the day, but I left the venue up to my date.
Hmm.
They gave me directions. He says really quick.
Well, do you think you could tell us the directions? Maybe we can figure out what kind of restaurant it is if we can remember.
Hmm. And he he decides to go into his hammer space. And he pulls out a neatly folded note. And he kind of unfolds it, takes a look at it. I think it's maybe one of those, what you said before, one of those fancy places. And he turns the note over to show you guys. And it does give directions. It's just a map, but with the map, there's like a little circle around where you need to go, and it has there isn't actually any indication about what kind it is, but it is near one of the shores, and it has like, it seems to be kind of coastal themed, you think? So
Oh, so it's probably seafood.
Okay.
see,
Let's think strategy.
And you said it was kind of fancy, right?
huh?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know.
Sorry.
I mean, there's different types of seafood places.
Well, here's the thing. What if we dress you so that no matter what it is, you fit in? And Craigory is considering all 4 outfit options now.
You mean at the same
Outfit.
time?
It's like a mix and match. So no matter what,
Like,
it works.
you think something comfortable? And he says, I might have found something. He goes back in, I'm not finished. He goes back into the dressing room. He comes out very quickly and he puts this on.
Craigory snaps his fingers and goes, yes,
Cute.
that.
You do
Pawsy's
look
like, I
very
second
good.
that. I second that.
Now, I think you should buy that one anyway, but maybe not for dinner.
Oh, well, I mean, I
That
guess
looks really
so.
good and comfy for sleeping in, though.
Yeah, I mean, that's true. Oh, by the way, the outfit is not his, but the teddy bear is.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, I would sleep with these kind of clothes, especially with this little guy, and he holds up his little teddy bear. Um,
Does he have a name?
uh, I just call him Teddy. I thought that was his name.
Well, it's nice to meet you, Teddy.
And he holds out one of the little paws for you to shake if you want.
Cassie very seriously shakes the paw.
Nice. So I
Uh,
guess not this.
Pawsy also goes up to the bear and eagerly shakes the bear's hand, but like as eagerly as she can while also being very delicate. She really doesn't want to hurt this bear.
um.
You know, Craigory
And-
also kneels down very seriously. Handshake.
Oh, well, it's nice to see that you're making friends, Teddy. And he gives a little pat on Teddy's head. But there's a task at hand. And he looks a little serious again. I gotta figure out the clothes. I did find one other outfit. I drew 6. I went a little overboard. So I'm gonna shoehorn this one in too. And he goes in. Maybe the problem isn't fitting in. You said I had to stand out, right? So
Yeah.
closes the curtain, and in a moment, the curtains open back up, and he is wearing this.
Oh, I love it.
It's got some pizzazz. It's a lot of color. I mean, I kind of like and he kind of just pokes at the nose. You don't know how it's staying on his face, but it's there now.
Super glue.
No.
Logic.
If you want to make your date laugh and happy, this might be a good option.
You think so? And his eyes kind of sparkle a little. I mean, I'm not really that good at telling jokes, but I mean, when someone's funny, it makes them laugh, and that does make them happy. So maybe nice.
Yeah. I mean,
The shoes are a little big, though.
I think they're meant to be that way.
Well,
The
clowns
important
have to
thing
have big
here-
shoes.
Yeah. The important thing is to be memorable.
Stand out.
So, but he
Which outfit
he
suits
looks.
you most as a person? Because the first date's really the best opportunity to show your date who you really are. And so, if you're the type of person that is very fancy, then you should go with something fancy. If you want to be like comfy, wear something comfy. If you want to wear something fun, or if you're a fun person, wear something fun.
And with each of these options, he seems to grow more and more pensive. And you see kind of like those the like the little scribbles over their head, like, oh, they're really thinking.
It's okay, take your time.
Yeah,
It's important that you're comfortable on the date too.
and there are just so many options. I don't really know.
Well.
And he.
No, go for it.
No, go ahead.
I don't think I really had anything that went out of my brain. Go ahead, Wick. I'm sorry.
Oh no. It escaped.
It did.
And he's just kind of he's kind of glumly looking at his down at his shoes, which are the comical clown shoes, by the way. I gotta think about it. But you guys picked these ones, and he points to the previous outfits, because he thought they'd be good, right? So maybe I should just pick from those ones.
Well,
Regardless,
Well,
I
we
think
all are
Katie should keep the
very
top hat.
different than you.
we all have our own tastes. I'll admit, I picked what I would wear.
And I picked what I would wear if I was about 3 feet smaller. Or 4 feet smaller.
I think the little top hat and jacket look cute together.
Yes, I definitely chose mine because I thought it would look good on you.
I'm sorry.
That was a deception roll, by the way.
Oh. And then he's just very he just looks very torn about all of this. But now he kind of just he sits on the floor and he's thinking real hard. But you hear him mutter for a little bit, and then he's like, okay, let's start. And then he goes back into the fitting room, and he changes back into the outfit that he came in with, which was just the jacket and shoes. I only put this on so I could look at all the different outfits. So he has kind of each of them lined up. Now, I like this one, as he points to the clown one. But I don't know. I don't think I'm funny enough to be a clown. I don't think I'm really qualified. Don't you have to go to clown school?
Yeah, I think you do have to go to clown school.
A clown license.
Yeah.
So you can be a professional clown.
But
I don't-
consider this: be an illegal clown.
But illegal. That isn't good, is it?
No, it's illegal.
Yeah, I don't know if we want him to get arrested on his first day. That would be bad.
Oh,
It
by
adds
the
a little
by
spice
the
to
clown
it.
police.
Listen. Crime on a date adds a little spice. Trust me.
We don't know if the other person likes crime.
Or clowns. I don't
For
know.
all we know, they could be scared of clowns. Lots of people are scared of clowns. I don't know why. I like clowns. I think they're pretty funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. But there's just I just don't know if they like clowns, and I'm not a clown, so maybe not this. And I don't think I should get these either, as he points to the pajamas. I mean, I like sleeping, but we're gonna be eating on the date.
Haven't you ever heard
maybe get those
of
for
breakfast
later.
in bed?
Have it for yourself. Treat yourself.
Treat yourself.
That's what
It's a
this is about.
separate
You
purchase.
don't wear the pajamas on the date.
He kind of perked up at the breakfast in bed bit, but then he was like, no, wait, we're having dinner, not breakfast, but still an idea. And he still kind of does look longingly a little bit at the pajamas. Maybe something else.
Listen, no. This is treat yourself. Even if you don't wear the pajamas on the date, get the pajamas.
Yeah, you can put them on after the date, either to celebrate or to feel good about yourself.
Wear them under the date clothes.
Yeah.
Then you're ready.
Are they
That's-
equal?
Ooh, that's a
Under
smart
the-
idea.
That's true.
Castle's gonna like check to see if like they are of a price that they can get both.
Oh, me who hadn't thought of a price. Okay. How much do clothes cost in this world?
Or just approximate it
It
into
varies.
expensive or cheap.
Oh, I'd have to say, let me think. The pajamas, they're of pretty good quality. They're not like super duper like fancy stuff, but they're pretty good, pretty durable, rather soft. So you could see something in like a medium price range, I think. But he kind of shakes his head. I will get back to that. Maybe I gotta look at the other ones, the ones you guys picked. And he kind of brightens up at this. He kind of stares at the green outfit, which is a tracksuit, by the way. I tried to make it look like that. And
Could we
he kind of
combine them
stares at
perhaps?
it. What
So,
was
like-
that? I'm sorry.
Could we combine them so he's like wearing like the top hat, the galaxy jacket, and like the track pants or something? Or the bits that you liked from each of them.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Mix
And,
and match.
Ultra comfort.
Yeah.
and he's nodding along, but then he kind of deflates again. But I liked all of them.
So pick the bits you liked.
Favorite bit of each outfit,
But
all
he-
in
he-
one.
He takes another look at the tracksuit though, and he's like, I mean, I like green, but I don't know if they like green. I heard green's not a creative color, but I never knew why.
Green is always a creative color. I don't know where that came from. Green is such a good color.
All colors are creative colors.
Craigory looks down at himself, a black and white toon, and just goes, I don't know.
Cassel's also black and white, but he seems to like colors as well.
Just putting out there, Cassie wears neon colors, so
Um,
And Pawsy very much likes her outfit a lot. All the
Speaking
colors.
of which, they turn to that outfit. I do like this one. It's got a turtleneck, blazer, and it's kind of catchy.
I really like the jacket on that one, honestly.
Yeah,
Yeah, the design's great on that one.
It's a funky, fresh jacket.
It's distinctive.
Yeah, but if it's well, you know, tune the tune I'm going with. Well, they might be the fancy type, so maybe I should go fancy. And he starts looking at the other two, which is the suit and the dress.
Do you
But
think you could describe your date to us? I don't think we actually know anything about your date.
Well, and he perks up a bit. Well, they're very nice and they're very pretty, and they got a nice voice.
They sound
Is
great.
that all? And Pawsy like has her head in her hands, like interested. She's like, "Tell me more. Tell me more."
Cassie is mirroring this pose.
Well, they're tall. Well, a lot of people are taller. He just kind of looked at the ground like, yes, this is a fact of life. And we bumped into each other. That's how it happened. I guess we just weren't really looking where we were going, and then wow, they were able
look,
to. Huh?
If they agreed to go on the date with you, maybe we should. Can we dress up your normal clothes and do like a fancy version of that? Maybe add a tie or some more
Yeah.
pants. Or...
Ooh, the top hat.
I like his idea.
An enhanced be yourself,
Okay.
but fancy.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Okay. So, let me think. And he's looking at each of the outfits. Well, you guys like the top hat. I haven't worn a taller hat before, so maybe that'll help. I could be a little more tall.
You are very small. I don't think your date would want to lose you.
If you want to be taller, how did those red shoes with the dress go? That made you a little bit taller too.
And he does look at the pump heels. It's true. So there's that, and then maybe the pants. Do I have to wear pants? I mean, they all had pants except the dress, but I don't usually wear pants. Hey,
I wouldn't say you have to wear pants. We are all, well, you all are all toons anyway. Your date is a toon, right? And not like a Muppet or a real kind?
no, there are two.
So yeah, I'd say if you're both toons, it wouldn't be weird for you to not wear pants. Did I say that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, right enough.
I think so.
It was most comfortable for you, of course.
Okay, let me write this down. He's gonna figure out what parts he has to take from which outfit.
I mean, those clown pants looked pretty comfy too.
The clown?
Suspenders
They
are
had stripes.
always good.
They're kind of big, but it was kind of roomy, so it was a little nice.
Of course, you don't have to wear pants.
Yeah, lots of toons don't wear pants.
And then a jacket. You think the jacket, the galaxy one?
Oh, yes.
Craigory
Okay.
refrains from comment.
I'm just thinking, oh god, what monstrosity are we making?
The best kind.
I'm trying to figure it out, guys.
It's going to be a wonderful monstrosity.
I love how all of us are enabling this except for Craigory, who's too polite to say anything.
Truly.
Actually, you know what? Gregory, can you make me one more deception roll?
Oh god.
I want to see
Absolutely.
how long you can keep this up.
Oh no.
Oh no. Oh no.
I think that's
You've
gonna
cracked,
kick in.
Craigory.
That's gonna kick in when he sees
not a
whatever
nat
the
one,
result
but
of this is. So finish that up and that one will kick in. He's already watching this with an air of, oh no.
And so he's taken each of the parts of the um of the outfits, and he's like, "All right, let's see. So I've got the top hat, the jacket. I took the white shirt from this one," and he points to the tracksuit, because I thought that would be nice. And then the striped pants and the heels. Is that right?
That's right, says Craigory with the most pained expression.
On second thoughts, maybe it does look better with no pants.
He gives you a dirty
I like
look.
Pants. Who does? Wait, I missed it.
Craigory gives Cassel a dirty look for saying ditch the pants. Every addition you guys make to this just makes it worse. But he still isn't
and,
vocally saying anything. You can just
Rocket does-
clearly see the distaste.
I
And,
agree. The pants might be a little too much color. I mean, I like color, but you don't want too much in an outfit, I don't think.
Okay.
Pawsy is just going
so
along
then-
with the whatever most recent opinion has been voiced.
So he takes his little list and he crosses off the pants. Okay, no pants. So then it's the top hat and the jacket and the heels. And he looks to you guys again.
Are you comfortable?
Top hat, jacket, and heels.
And he just kind of looks a little nervous. I don't know. Jacket and heels. I mean, is that? You think that's good for a dinner?
Well, you'll be sitting down for most of the dinner, right?
I think so. Unless it's one of them really fancy standing up places. Do they do that? Do they have that?
No
I
idea.
don't think there's any place you go to eat dinner and stand. That'd be really awkward.
So he does take another glance at Craigory, who's just been emitting this aura. Just stay.
He's just
What do you think?
kind of throws his hands up. You will be unforgettable. And you know what? That's about as good as you can expect for a first date, really. I mean, it'll be a good test. So you know what? Go for it. This is a test. Let's do it.
And the moment that you say test, he kind of pales a bit.
Oh no.
A test? A test?
Not for you. The test is for your date.
I'm not very smart. I didn't study for this enough.
You don't study for a date. It's a metaphorical test. I think it's a metaphorical test.
What's what's a metaphor?
Pawsy's like,
Is that
A
something you
metaphor
can eat?
Definitely.
Pawsy doesn't know how to explain a metaphor because she only barely knows what a metaphor is.
A metaphor is like a simile.
What's a simile?
A simile is like a metaphor.
I don't
Similarly,
think that's
is
helping
A
him.
word where there's two words that are the same.
Oh, two word, same, test, same, and now you kind of see like these different equations going over his head.
Okay, you know what? Don't worry about it. It's not for
Pawsy's
you
going
anyway.
to. Pawsy's going to lean over to Craigory and says, "I don't think that was a good choice of words."
I think
And that's
what
it.
I think what Mr. Craigory was meaning was that like a date is kind of a test run for both of you to see if you like each other.
Oh, and he nods for a moment. And then he says, well, I like them. I mean, I would think they like me back.
That's
Right?
good. If they like you back, then this will be fine. Gestures at the outfit.
But you don't seem very happy with it as he takes another look at you.
Well, it's fine. You do you. I know for me it's not what I would wear, but I'm not you. You're you. And that's what matters here.
Ah. And he kind of grows quiet for a moment. But what do I do? I'm used to my agent telling me what to do. And he kind of scratches
Your
nervously.
agent?
Agent?
Yeah, I'm doing music and stuff.
Oh.
You could call me a rock star as he kind of does a finger gun.
As soon as you said musician, Cassie lit up. Like, really? What band are you playing? Do you play in a band? Are you a singer? Do something else?
Well, I'm just on my own.
Pawsy is silently cheering over the joke. She's
She's
over here like, yeah, puns.
In that case, maybe the pajama pants then. Trying to figure out what pants go best with this outfit. Do you lean into it or out of it?
At this point, lean into it. This is the energy now.
Wait a minute. I like not a lot of pants. Pants are okay, but the dress had no pants. He kind of points at it for a second. The dress has no pants.
You're right, the dress has no pants.
Over the top of the dress.
What about what?
And then you could wear the top hat on top, the clown nose, and the blue shoes you liked.
And the pants over the dress? Did I hear
clown
you
nose.
right?
No, the jacket.
Okay.
The galaxy brain jacket over the top of the dress.
Okay, my ears
This is also
entirely
hard.
heard pants over the dress.
Don't worry about it. I thought he said that too, but I was just going with it. So, but he kind of just takes another look. But the dress has long sleeves, so I don't really need a jacket, do I?
The jacket is a fashion statement.
Not if you don't want.
Jacket is for pizzazz.
You don't have to wear the jacket if you don't want to.
That's okay. I think I've decided. And he goes and he grabs the dress, but then he also grabs the outfit, the galaxy outfit, and the suit. And oh wait, he's grabbing all of the outfits. He's gonna get them all.
Yes.
And he just excitedly scurries over to the to the register where that employee from earlier is now there, ready to process the order.
That's why you can change your mind midway if you need.
Ringing stuff up. And you notice this cashier is just giving a pleasant smile, but is also kind of Your eyes are looking at the outfits like, what is this man buying? I didn't even know we sold this here as they're holding like the clown outfit.
Look, a tune's got to be prepared for anything.
So then they finish ringing up the stuff, and they say, okay, so with that and the other thing, I would say that's gonna be like 75G. And he Rock's like, oh, okay, and he's gonna go into his hyperspace, and he is actually able to buy all the outfits. He takes out the required money, sets it out, and now he has 6 different outfits.
Beauty.
But he does take one of them out to go and change into it for the date. And so then the curtain opens and he is wearing the dress. Just the one that's the dress outfit. But if I want the coat, I'll just put it in my hammer space. And
There you go.
Wait, I could just put all the outfits in my hammer space.
We can change them on the fly if we need.
Swap them out
And
as
he kind of
needed.
just
You go to the
hurriedly
washroom, you
starts
come
shoving
back.
things away.
Yeah, you go to the washroom, you come back, completely new tune.
And he gives a thumbs up, like, all right, this is set. We're good. And so
What was
now
step 2 again? There was clothes, and then
right, the date. Am I late? Oh no. And he's looking around. He doesn't have a watch, so he's looking around for like a clock or something. But luckily,
There a clock in this.
there does seem to be one, or rather, the cashier has a watch. They just take a look at it and they go, "It's 5:30," and he's like, "Oh, we're not late. We got half an hour, so we gotta go over there." And he hurriedly finishes putting the outfits in his hammer space. Okay, I think we need to go. Oh, right. He pulls the map back out. I won't make him roll for it because he was already doing a bunch of weird stuff in his hammer space. I've got the map. Does anyone want to hold the map, or who can get us there the fastest? And he looks at the 4 of you.
Definitely not me.
Craigory,
might be
full
able to.
of
I've not
hubris.
handled too many maps. I mean, I've seen maps at the library, but I've mostly been focusing on the books.
What was that?
Into Toontown.
Oh, that
Ah.
kind of cut out for me anyway.
Oh, well, I heard the end part.
She just said, well, I'm kind of new to Toontown, so I've been studying the maps a bit, but I'm not sure how well I know that area.
Oh, you're new too? I haven't been here in a while, so it all seems really new to me.
I've lived here before. Hand it over. Craigory, full of hubris, is gonna try and take the map.
This is
And
gonna go well.
he's not going to fight you. You kind of just very quickly snatch it out of his hand.
It's like, listen, it's also like optimal height distribution. Pawsy can see it. He can just like take it down a bit for Cassie and Cassel. It's great. It's fine. What does he need to roll?
Well, lucky for you, You're reading a map, so just make me a straight intelligence.
Haha. Straight intelligence. Yep. Tracks. He very confidently says, "This way," and starts walking. And for listeners, that was just a 10.
Well, we're all gonna follow? And he points as Craigory's just walking.
If nobody corrects him, he's just gonna go.
Guess we are following then.
go.
Onward! And she goes.
Oh. With a
So
10,
here
is
we
that
are,
like
back
a-
again.
Is that like a 50-50 chance he's even going the right way?
Don't worry. You make it about 3 blocks when you recheck the map and realize you were holding it upside down.
He's gonna try and discreetly put it right side up. Sleight of hand?
If you want. I wasn't gonna make you roll, but you can roll.
He wants to do this discreetly. He knows what he's doing, guys.
Hey,
Yes, Castle's gonna roll insight to see.
Yeah, insight, perception. Oh, but with a 6, yeah, no.
And
That's still me.
You see that? You almost bumped into him as Craigory stops, looks at it, and turns it around.
Yeah. Oh. I can see it now. We're all walking in like a procession, and then you stop, and then each of you like bump into it.
Bump, 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 bump.
Why did we stop? Are we here?
We're taking a shortcut. And he turns around and he goes the other way.
Oh, a
Bit of
shortcut.
a weird. This is a bit of a weird shortcut.
Well, I don't know. I don't know much about directions. He's trotting along.
I might be able to get a bird's eye view if I get my little friend Natty, who's my familiar, to go have a look from up high. Would that help at all?
Oh, I can help look up high.
Yeah, why don't we do that? Lets Craigory save face without fully admitting that he just doesn't know what he's doing, ever.
Yeah, if you want, either of you can fly up and take a look around. You can also take a hold of the map if you'd like.
What do you want us to roll?
I
I guess perception, maybe?
I'd either perception or investigation. Ooh.
Yeah, my perception is higher.
Ooh. It looks like.
Oh,
Oh, you
Even
both
better.
you
know.
both are on it now.
Yeah, it's just like maybe it's got like a flashing sign or something above the restaurant.
Yes, that would be. It does have a lit sign, and it is actually rather big. So you can see it from wherever vantage point. Like if you flew up a little bit to take a look, you can now see where it is.
Looks like it's over this way.
All right. Lead
And
the
yes, she
way.
is pointing in the opposite direction to to Craigory.
He discreetly turns
Yeah, we
to
should,
face it.
let's go over this way. Natty was able to point it out in this direction.
Okay. So then they all just turn around and go in the direction. And it takes a little bit, not very long though. You'd say probably about 15, 20 minutes. Probably closer to 20 since you had to backtrack a little. But we all finally arrive at the restaurant, and I'll be real with you guys. I spent like the past 3 days trying to come up with a name for this restaurant. Could not for the life of me. So it's a restaurant.
And that's fine.
Hard Rock Cafe?
Wait, what?
Hard Rock Cafe?
Oh my god. I mean, to be fair. To be fair, his date picked the venue. I'll just go with this name. So, I'll just come up with the one name that didn't. Anyway. The five of you now approach this this restaurant. It is called the Valentine Vessel. And it does look rather fancy. It is actually partially boat-shaped, kind of like a cruise-ish looking ship. It's not a ship, though. It's like a physical building. And, the sign's lit up, and it's got other little hanging lights on it, and it just has this nice ritzy air to it.
Oh, this place is so romantic.
This is going to make me hungry real quick.
Well, we'll just have to buy ourselves some food too. Because well, I don't really get hungry, do I? And she just stops there.
Oh, okay. I have read this. We get a table nearby and we watch.
Mm-hmm. And we need to intervene whenever we think something's going a bit weird and we need to fix it.
Exactly.
Like pretend to be the waiter.
Yeah.
Oh.
If that needs to happen, yeah. Or like making the food taste better, or like interrupting if something's going weird, right? Isn't that how this story goes?
I think so.
I think so. At least that happens in the movies I've watched.
I'll be real. I mostly read just texts. So I'm going off like maybe 1 or 2 books.
I don't read.
Okay, I'm sorry, that cracked me up.
That's all she says. I can't read. Or I can't read. I don't read.
This side can't stop me.
No, I think it's funnier if she literally can't read. I can't read, is what she says.
That's why it was so difficult for her to get anywhere with the flyer in the first place.
She did her best.
She's officially illiterate.
Just putting it out there, Cassie is definitely a fan of DJ Moves movies, so I'm guessing the drama and romance in those is very over the top.
So, can you see them anywhere?
Can
you see your date? Are they already here?
So, Cassel, would you like to make an insight check?
12.
Okay. So you turn to ask him these questions, but you notice something. He's kind of like the moment he got there, he stopped, and he seems kind of frozen in place. He's very wide-eyed and rather nervous.
Don't worry, buddy. You can get through this. You just gotta weather through this, and you'll be all right. You can do this. You've got us here to help if anything goes weird.
You're a rock star. You've got this. They're gonna love you.
And it takes him a moment before he responds, and he just slowly nods. You're right. You're right. I can do this. It's okay. We'll be all right. And he kind of rubs one of his arms nervously. So, they're not here yet, but maybe they're inside. There doesn't seem to be a line. I think you had to have reservations.
Oh, it's one of those restaurants.
But I didn't know what reservations meant, so I kind of just nodded.
It just means your date probably called the place, like yesterday, and said, we want to eat here tomorrow. And then they saved you a spot.
Oh,
Yeah, you should be able to just
like
say your name.
like buying tickets for a concert.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
buying tickets.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. But surely there's probably an empty table where you guys can sit, as he turns to the four of you. Or, I don't know.
Well, we just say
Maybe.
we're
Say
someone
your
else.
emotional. Wear your emotional support tunes.
Emotional support friends. I have to keep reminding myself Pawsy is not a tune. She's a Muppet.
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot.
Don't worry, I'm forgetting it. I'm the person playing her.
I have to warn you all,
but he-
Craigory is, if we can see like the reservation book from here, he's eyeing it.
So far,
I'm just gonna let you know, Cassie is a bit of a stickler for rules, so you better make sure that she doesn't catch you doing that.
this is gonna go swimmingly. But
Pawsy is definitely the epitome of this sign can't stop me because I can't read. So
I imagine that Rock kind of just like he kind of puffs out his chest just a little bit, and he decides to bravely walk in. Let's go. So
Pawsy is
all of
going
you-
to wait a few seconds and then follow him.
Thanks.
Well, in we go.
Make your way inside. And it's right here that I would like to ask. Would anyone like to take a short break? We're gonna head into the dinner segment here. Don't know if anyone
As-
wants to.
It has been an hour and a half.
Yep, natural place for it.
So, if you'd like, how about would you rather 5 or 10
I have
minutes?
to walk down a very steep flight of stairs to do anything, so maybe 10.
Okay. So yeah, we'll do that. So right now, in 10 minutes, we will reconvene.
Sounds good.
Alrighty.
Sounds
So
good to
yeah,
me.
you can go visit the restroom, get some snacks, some popcorn. It's gonna be good.
I am actually going to go get some popcorn because
Oh,
I'm
nice.
peckish. Granted, it's this like weird healthy popcorn my parents buy. but, you know,
Popcorn is popcorn.
popcorn is popcorn. All right, be back. Oh.
Oh
never
no,
mind.
there you are.
I've been here, I've just been quiet.
Mm.
There we go.
I did say I was here, but I guess you guys won't be here by that point, so.
So you beat us all to it. Okay. So now, back to the restaurant. Okay. So you guys get in, and at the entrance, or it's just like a little ways in, there is a wait staff looking person who is at this like little standing desk thing. Like those what is it called? Words? It's like a podium kind of thing,
Yeah.
right? And they have a book for reservation. So
I know exactly what you're talking about. I don't remember what
yeah, I
they're
don't
called
know either. But you get the idea. So
If you guys make a distraction, I'll make sure that we have our names written down in the reservation book, right?
Yep, that's a plan. It's better than my plan.
But
I was just
Sounds
gonna
good
bluff.
to me.
Rock gets over there. Meanwhile, so this reservation, like the little like stand thingy that I still don't know the name of, is like about like 4-ish feet tall. So he's still shorter than the desk.
Pawsy is going to go over and lift him up.
So now he is at eye level with this with this waiter, or I guess they're technically a host. I don't know. Whatever. Point is, and he says, a reservation for 6 o'clock. It should be under Rocksteady. And the man flips through the book a little bit. Looks down about halfway through the page. Yes. A Mr. Steady and he kind of looks at all of you. And hold on.
Here's this emotional support friends.
I could
Is the
roll for
roll
suspicion.
for?
That was my deception roll to sneakily try.
You're all just
Bump
smiling at each other. Oh shit.
That's my persuasion.
Oh, hot damn!
I'm gonna do something kind of funny. But she's gonna roll. She's gonna
Nice.
accidentally be intimidated
Just
because she has proficiency in this for some reason.
Nice.
oh my god.
Oh my god.
Yeah, Cassie's just looking up at him with like big eyes and just like this
And-
really, really hopeful expression. Like, please, we're
And at
doing this for love.
Ozzy, being
And
7 feet tall, is just leaning over top of this host because I can only assume they are of a normal height.
Yes, they are. They are about.
Okay, so
they're roughly
Pawsy
like
is 2 feet
5-ish
tall.
tall.
Taller.
So what happens is that Cassie is making this, this. It's very understandable. Yes, emotional support, but he kind of has like this I don't know face, but he slowly nods a bit, and then when Pawsy just looms over, he just kind of quickly nods faster, and he's like, yeah, that, yes,
Yeah.
good.
There's this bit where it says plus friends, right?
Looks down at the book, looks up. Certainly, yes. Rock and Entourage, and he just gestures to you guys. Just wait here a moment, and he literally just dashes away. I have to prepare the table.
Craigory puts down his
Pawsy
hand.
turns around to the rest of them and goes, I think that went well.
It did. Craigory puts down his hand. He'd been thinking about casting prestidigitation Because one of the things is you can instantaneously soil an object. He was just going to dirty something on the
no.
workers' clothes that they'd have to go and change. But you know what?
Oh.
You know what? This works.
Probably works better because, like I said, like Cassie's a bit of a stickler for the rules. It was a whole bit in like the second last game I played, so that probably wouldn't have gone down very well.
These two
Rock
may
just
run
kind of
into
looks up
each
at you,
into
pausing, and goes,
trouble.
"Thank you."
Of course, my rockified friend.
So now you just wait for a small moment before this very frightened man comes back. Let me show you to the table. And he kind of just gestures for you all to follow.
Pawsy, still carrying Rocksteady, follows.
Oh.
She refuses to put him down until he asks.
Just stays there for the whole date.
He had the thought to...
He likes to feel tall.
Oh.
Like a little podium.
Oh. So yeah, no, Rock is continued to be carried. But this man leads you to the table, or rather tables. As it turns out, there's a nice configuration enough so that there is a table set for two, but then rather nearby there is another table that is set for four. So, the Rock.
Thank you. This is perfect.
And the man just nods quickly. And
Pawsy says, "Thank you, kind sir."
he just nods faster than just like, your waiter will be here soon. He just goes.
Craigory looks at Pawsy and goes, "So do you think you can keep that up and get the food free?"
Keep what up?
Exactly. Pats Pawsy on the shoulder.
He is
has
not
to reach
trying
up.
to be intimidating. He just is.
So all of you can
You're
now
gonna do
take your
great.
seats.
And
Sorry, go ahead.
Cassel brushes off the clothing so that they're sitting nicely. I guess still in the hand, but making sure that they're ready for the next thing that comes up. Casting guidance at the same time, just in case, on rocks.
Wait, you'd like to cast guidance?
Just because I suspect something's going to be coming up soon that they're going to have to do some kind of ability
Wait,
check.
what does guidance do again?
I would also like to mention briefly that Pawsy has set him in his chair now.
Thank
Because
you.
he needs to be in his seat.
I see. That's right. That's what guidance does. And Rex says, "Oh, thank you."
Of course. Have fun. And she walks away.
You're gonna do great.
They,
It'll be fine. Like, how bad could it be?
Oh,
Sorry.
don't say that. You're gonna jinx it.
No. Things will be fine. I got tricks up my sleeve.
I mean, I think we all do, but still, don't jinx it.
I'm just imagining when Pawsy said that, she sort of bumped into him with her arm, like that sort of thing, and he sort of sent him stumbling a little bit sideways.
Oh, absolutely.
You accidentally knock him into the booth part where you're supposed to sit.
I feel bad for whoever's sitting next to Pawsy because she is going to sit into the booth part.
Into where? What?
Into the booth. I didn't know if it was a hybrid, where one side's a booth, one side's chairs.
No, the whole thing is a booth. And it's just like the other table is kind of close by.
Alright,
That one
well-
is just chairs and stuff.
She is squeezed into the corner of the booth.
I like the image of Craigory being squeezed into the corner of the next to Pawsy.
Trapped.
Okay. I like that too. He is being squished.
No.
I guess Castell is on the opposite side, not necessarily being squished, but not being able to slide out easily. But still focusing on making sure that Rox has a good time.
Now, the good news is that the two of your tables are not very far apart. It's I don't know. I mean, I'd have to say like a little less than 5 feet. Like, so honestly, if you focused hard enough, and the place isn't very loud, you could probably overhear any of their conversation. And so a waiter does come by and places a menu on your guys' table. Gives you guys 4 menus, and you notice that this waiter was the same person on the reservation. Look, so
Pawsy
they
gets
have
her menu and says, "Thank you."
they just nod slowly. They seem to have regained their composure, but they still seem rather wary. Hi. I'll be your waiter tonight. Here are the menus, and I will give you a little time to peruse. But would you like to start with any drinks?
Serve hot chocolate.
Yes, we do have hot chocolate. Would you like a mug or just like a cup?
Mug, please.
All right. He writes that down. As for you, and he looks at Cassel.
Yeah, hot chocolate too, please.
Okay, 2 hot chocolate. And you, and he
Extra
turns to.
marshmallows too.
Yes, marshmallows, very
Yeah,
important.
marshmallows too.
He makes that extra note for that. And you, and he gestures to Craigory.
Black coffee with 1 blueberry shot.
We have to check with the berry. I think we have that, but we definitely have the coffee. We'll make sure that's straightened out. And he hesitates for a moment. And you? And he looks at you, Pawsy.
Pawsy goes, a cherry soda.
And he just kind of he nods and writes it down. Okay, I'll get those right away, and you can look at the menus. And he just kind of scurries away really quick.
Okay, so how are we going to make sure that they have a good time?
Well, we make sure that they're laughing and smiling, and if you guys see any knives coming out, we just get rid of those.
There are question marks above Cassie's head as soon as the knives question thing comes up.
I hope no knife. Well, they'll need knives to cut their food, but if it's knives out of someone's pocket or hammer space, that would be bad. Yes.
Yeah, definitely keep an eye out for that. Sometimes people are tricky.
Do we trust the food here? Like, do we want to help make sure it tastes even better? Like, I know someone else mentioned they can also cast prestidigitation. We can try and fix the food if we don't think it's good enough.
Oh,
I
there's an
can
idea.
play some music if we need to set the mood.
Well, so far, once you mention music, you grow silent for a moment, and you do hear this musical track kind of being played, and it's just kind of a soft, kind of jazzy-ish tune. Um, but of course, it's kind of enough in the background that you could forget about it if you kind of zoned out a bit. And the ambiance is got it's like I don't know if I want to say dim lighting. There's mood lighting. There you go. Because like you could still see fairly well. It's just um, but there actually isn't a lot of people around. Maybe this place either doesn't get a lot of people, or maybe it's really high class. You're not really sure why. But as the top of the hour approaches, you see Rock kind of just fiddling with his hands a little bit, like, boy. He kind of adjusts the little tiara he's wearing and kind of brushes the skirt of his dress a little. And you can tell he's nervous.
Oh, I do hope they show up. I really wouldn't want this dude to get stood up.
That's such a mean thing to do.
How prepared are we to disguise ourselves if the date doesn't show up?
Well, and Pawsy kind of gestures
few
to
minutes.
herself. She kind of gestures to herself and goes, I don't know if I'd do a good job of disguising myself. But I definitely do it.
Okay. Cassie is very torn because on the one hand, she has a +10 in performance. On the other hand, she really doesn't like being dishonest that way.
No.
Cassie, I carry you.
Before before it hits 6 o'clock, the waiter does come back. Like, places 2 menus on Rock's table. Kind of gives a little nod for turning to you guys, and he has the tray of drinks. So yeah, your drinks are here.
Did
And
we
he
hear
goes,
like gunfire coming from the kitchen as they were doing the blueberry shot?
now. Okay,
The waiter didn't seem to understand what a blueberry shot was. So
so you didn't hear any gunshots. You didn't hear anything like that. But you do notice on like the collar of the waiter, there's like a little like kind of like a purplish blue splat. You're not quite sure where that's from. Maybe that's blueberry. But anyway, they haven't noticed. He sits down the 2 mugs of hot chocolate, and the hot chocolate already has marshmallows in it, but he also places down an extra little bowl of marshmallows in case you wanted to add some extra.
Oh, fancy.
here, let me get that for you. And Castell uses prestidigitation to get rid of the blueberry on his collar.
Oh, thank you. And he sees the stain kind of fade. Oh, well, very clever. Thank you. Enjoy your drinks. And he goes and places the black coffee with the blueberry shot in front of you, Gregory. And then with Pawsy, there is a little bit of a pause, but then he places the cherry soda cherry on top.
Thank you, kind sir.
He just smiles and nods. If you need a few more minutes with your menus, then feel free. I also will be taking care of those two, as he gestures to the table where Rock and his date would be. So, are we all good?
Yes. Thank you. We might let you know if we want to help make their night extra special. But thank you for the.
He nods. Okay. We'll keep that in mind. Extra special.
Do you think we could get some breadsticks?
Oh.
You're killing me. Oh, I want some breadsticks now. Darn it.
Yeah, make
Now
sure
I'm
we tell them
hungry.
breadsticks.
And he had turned to leave, but he turns around and he's like, breadsticks? Yeah, bread. We'll get you some breadsticks. And he, at first he was going to say, no, they don't have breadsticks, but he took another look at Pawsy and was like, we're going to get some breadsticks. So he just kind of hurries away.
Pawsy kind of leans into the table and goes, "What's his problem?"
I don't know. It's weird, isn't it?
Totally strange. Keep it up.
Would you all like to...
What's our plan? Are we going to play music? Are we? Do we have a strategy that we're all gonna do, or are we all just gonna do our own thing and hope it improves the date?
Strategy talk time. Cassie can have music covered, plus 10 performance.
Well, I don't really have much that could help. I don't really have much I could do, but I do have Thunderous Smite if we need to get rid of the date.
Yep. I mean,
in case it goes bad.
Are basically all either getting away or offensive. He doesn't have much for just not making the date exciting in a way Rock might not appreciate.
I have maybe 5 spells that could help. Maybe.
My book has a few different spells in it, and if it's going really poorly, I guess I do have Charm Person, but that might not end well for us, and I'm not sure how well Rox would like that.
Yeah, I also have Charm Person, and
I'm eyeing the words. Hideous laughter. Just, make sure that they find each other entertaining.
Good work.
I mean, I have Healing Word if things go really bad.
I have Command.
You will enjoy this date.
Between the hesitation on the coffee and the hesitation on the breadsticks, Craigory himself is not becoming convinced the food here is up to par. So he is a fan of the notion of sneaking into the kitchens and messing with some things. Because listen, he's great in kitchens. He bakes so good, you guys.
Yeah, I could give you a hand with that. I mean, I don't know how to actually cook, but I know how to get it to look like it tastes better and heat it up. And but my cooking skills themselves aren't great. But I can make it look like it tastes good.
If you need help getting in there, I could help cause a distraction.
Maybe we could have 2 people out here to keep to support Rock, and 2 people in the kitchen.
That sounds like a plan.
Sounds like a plan to me.
Yep.
As you all are discussing your plans, Rock does look up. He goes, oh. And he turns and does a little whisper to you guys. They're here. And he looks very excited now. He's like, oh, like, oh, they're here. All of you kind of, do you guys make it a point to look or just like kind of look out of the corner of your eye?
Well, Pawsy is not a Muppet of subtlety, so she just looks.
I'm just picturing the four of them just leaning out of their booths and just looking
They
where the
absolutely
person
are.
is.
So Cassel's looking, but is trying to be as stealthily as he can. That was a deception roll.
Nice.
Uh,
But as you all turn to look, Rock excitedly goes, oh, Rosie! And he looks very excited. And you all see this woman right here.
Ah, same dress.
Is that the same dress?
wait, remind
It's
me.
the same dress.
Oh god, Craigory just hisses in a breath and goes, oh, one of them's gonna have to change.
Wait, can someone make his dress look like something else?
Hey, look, they match.
But
Cassie, that's not a good
Cassie
thing.
seems no problem with this.
God, I'm sorry. I'm just picturing the meme where like you have Spider-Man pointing at Spider-Man. But
Do we know if she has spotted rocks yet?
she is very confidently walking in the direction where Rock is. It wasn't very far from the entrance, so. And Rock does get up, so now you can plainly see that they're both wearing the same dress.
Craigory's got one
Pawsy
hand
goes-
up, ready to go. He's just like, do I do it this time? Do I press prestidigitation? Ruin the dress?
Pawsy
But-
goes,
That's bad, isn't it?
But she meets up with Rock, and she does a little giggle and goes, I guess one of us needs to change, huh? And Rock is like, we're wearing the same thing. Do you want me to change? But she just gives another little laugh. No, silly. It's fine. This just means you have good fashion sense. And she kind of just flips her braid back a little bit and gives a little smile.
Pawsy goes,
Yes, that fashion sense.
Pawsy lets out a very dramatic, phew!
Bullet dodged somehow.
And
Using the magic of message, can I whisper to Rox, you probably should still change.
you can. And he just kind of sweats a little bit. Because then she goes, well, I suppose we should sit down then, right? And Rock just nods and gets the chair for her. And she says, oh, well, thank you. And she takes her seat. And Rock just kind of returns to his seat. He is now trapped. But yeah, they're both at the table now. And she gives a little smile. I hope you found the place all right. Yes. And she kind of looks like if he's going to say anything more, which he doesn't. But she is wearing sunglasses. She adjusts those and says, well, I hope you like the place. I mean, it's pretty nice, right? And he just says another, yes, It is. It's nice. And you can just see he's kind of sweating a little more. But so far, his
We
date
need to
looks
make a
rather
distraction, guys.
rather unfazed, though.
Oh, hold on,
She
hold on. We
actually
don't know
picks
what
up
they're
one of the
ordering
menus and takes a little look. Have you ordered any drinks yet? Or Rock was, and then Rock says, "Well, I thought I'd, uh, thought I'd wait for you." And he just kind of nods, like, "Yeah." And she gives a little smile and says, "Oh, yes, that's smart." Um, and the waiter actually comes back to the two of them, and you two are ready for some beverages? And she turns and says, "Yes, of course. What would you recommend?" And yeah, he starts talking about a different wine and other regular beverages. And you just see Rock he's just staring straight ahead. He's not very sure what to do. But um, she eventually does order of an actual bottle of wine for the two of them to share. And so Rock is just like, good. I don't have to say anything. um, the waiter says, "All right, I will let you two peruse the menu, and when you're ready, just call me over." And he walks away, and so now the two of them are sitting there once more, and it is starting to grow a little quiet.
Well, I'm going to sneak into like the kitchen-y kind of area at this point.
Yep, Craigory's following. Do we need to roll stealth?
Yes, you both need to roll stealth.
Oh no.
So, so
I can just imagine Pawsy being like, "Good luck," and it blows them.
what I also imagined was that both of them were sitting on the inside, weren't they?
They were.
Yeah,
Yes.
they were.
Okay, so
Here's
Castle's able to slip past Cassie, sorry, uh, rather quickly and quietly. But I think Gregory is trying to get past Pawsy, and it's just like,
Here's how he's trying to get past Pawsy. He doesn't, notably, does not ask Pawsy to move. He just casts Spider Climb on himself. And is going to go around that way. He's going up the wall. It's not very subtle.
Pawsy is just watching. She like looks up and goes, "Oh, yep, he's going."
But surprisingly, the Rock's date has not noticed this. They seem perfectly focused on Rock, who has noticed actually. So she is currently looking through the menu though, and looks up and asks, "Do you have any idea what you'd like to order?" And he kind of just looks down at the menu, and if you guys hadn't looked before, it's in like that cursive font, so it's kind of hard to read.
No.
Oh no,
And
Rock.
he's just like, uh, seafood? And he just kind of, he has this little like shrug, and then she just kind of giggles and says, "Oh, well, they do certainly have some seafood here. Would you rather fish or maybe some crab?" And she's just kind of she flips through another page of the menu, and she still continues to look at him, and she just kind of has her head resting against her chin as she's just kind of looking. He's just sweating more. Uh, um, he just he goes from looking at her to looking at the menu to looking at her to looking at the menu.
Before the wine comes out, I'm going to make it taste better for Rocks because I realize that they probably don't like the taste of wine. So I'm going to make it taste like a nice warm hot chocolate.
Ooh.
Gosh,
God,
the
I
cognitive
wish.
dissonance. That would. You have a glass of wine, you take a sip, and it's warm hot chocolate.
That would be so disorienting.
Gosh. But yes, as luck would have it, now both of you were making your way to the kitchen. You are actually are next to the doors, Cassel, and the waiter kind of pushes the door open with the wine bucket in tow and the glasses, obviously. But he doesn't spot you because you're kind of like hiding behind the door a bit. Like, so like when it swings out, it doesn't hit you, but you're like hidden. So with that, you're able to kind of just, it's prestidigitation, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So you kind of, you cast that. And so he heads over to the two of them. Okay. Here you are, and he sets the wine down. It's like in that little fancy bucket looking thing. But he takes it out and do they uncork it for you? I think they did. No, I don't drink wine. I guess.
Probably would.
Probably.
I think so.
Probably.
All right, so he does that and sets the glasses down, and you can see Rock
Probably would
looks
not have changed that alcohol content as well, so maybe it wasn't a good idea to make it taste better for him.
But he pours out the first glasses. They're gonna probably drink the whole bottle, maybe. We don't know. I don't know how much wine people drink, but he then asks, have either of you decided what you would like? She turns and says, oh, of course, I'm going to have the grilled salmon. And she gives a little smile. And then he writes that down. And then he turns to Rock. For you, sir? Yeah. I'll have the same thing. And he writes that down. And then, very good. I will come up with that as soon as we can. But then he turns around and goes to your table and asks, oh, have you had time to look at the menu? Make your choices.
Pawsy, with her one brain cell, has figured out a plan because she roughly knows what grilled salmon is, and she's not sure Rock will like that. So she says, yeah, I'd like to order fish and chips.
I thought she was gonna say one of everything.
No, Pawsy only has 5 gold. She can't order one of everything.
She can if she's quick enough to get away with it.
I don't know, she's 7 feet tall. She's kind of hard to miss.
That just means she barrels through
But
everyone.
she is going to order fish and chips.
But
Her
he
plan
notes that
is
down.
her plan is to use Mage Hand to switch them out, so Rock gets fish and chips. That's her plan.
Beautiful.
Those of us who snuck into the kitchen don't know that.
Yeah.
No, they don't. And I have thought about that. Smiles.
Conscious of the fact that two of their members aren't there, Cassie's gonna order the seafood basket, which comes with a bit of everything, so that like when they get back, they can have some of that.
The seafood basket. It's a very good choice for groups. Can feed about 3 to 4, as he notes this down. And I'm assuming the other 2 will partake in that, wherever
Yep.
they've gone.
They're in the toilet.
Do you want to roll deception on that?
Let's see how good Cassie can lie about that. And can Pawsy roll deception? Can Pawsy roll intimidation again?
As like a passive. All right, go ahead.
D20 plus 5, that's an S, not a D.
Perfect.
Oh my god.
I love Pawsy having a plus 5 to intimidation.
Hey, I have a +5 in deception, and that didn't help me.
Yes, but Cassie, you're good. You're good. And you say that, but it's just the way you look kind of nervous and looking around a bit, like you might not even know where the bathroom is in this place. You doubt that the other 2 might. But as he kind of frowns, he glances towards Pawsy, and Pawsy, you just have this menacing aura that you don't even control, but like he is just re-intimidated. And he's like, yes, makes sense. And he just nods rapidly and says, we'll get those orders in. And he just leaves again. And as he goes through the like those push double door things, both Cassel and Craigory, you had a chance to sneak in.
Craigory's still got
We're in.
spider climb going on.
Yeah, I imagine like you're on the ceiling. Like,
Maybe
He's
that's
absolutely
why Cassie's deception was so bad. She was looking over the top of the waiter to where Craigory was.
he's scuttling on the ceiling. I don't know if that gives him an
so I
advantage, disadvantage, or nothing on stealth.
nothing, because neither of you have to roll. Cassel had already a high enough earlier, and then since you're now on the ceiling, it looks odd to the people around you, but very few people actually look up. So you both managed to make your way into the kitchen area. And there actually are very few people in there, or at least in the area where you have just entered. And you do notice on the far wall there are like a couple aprons, as well as a couple of spare uniforms.
Cassel's gonna get dressed up as if he works in the place and everyone's just forgotten who he is.
Is he going for chef's outfit or waiter's outfit?
The question.
Probably chef's outfit, or at least it's like sous chef,
All right.
so like they can kind of help with the dish, but not be the only one cooking.
Oh, to waiter or not to waiter?
That is the question.
Craigory's gonna be a waiter. He isn't impressed with the waiter they had. They did not know about breadsticks. Every restaurant should have breadsticks. That's a crime. How is he going to pocket them to give to Boomer later?
Oh.
So he is now
So
a
now
spiffy
you
waiter.
both dressed to the nines for by waiter standards. And but you still look like yourselves. Perhaps, and then you take a look, and there's like a little shelf that's nearby. Like it was above the uniforms, and there are little mustaches that you can wear.
Oh, yes.
Yep. Actually,
Because, as everyone knows,
Cassel instead draws his own on with ink from his brush. So
Yes.
beautiful.
it doesn't look 3D, it's like completely flat, but because he's a toon anyway.
You know what? Craigory's gonna be like, hey, do me.
And does face painting on their face as well to give them this big bushy moustache and curls at the ends.
Yes. You both look like distinguished waiters. So, you kind of take a peek into the next section of the kitchen, and you see a couple of cooks milling about, getting things ready, and you see that the latest orders have been like clipped to like the little top part. So now they're going to start working on that soon, and that's
Yeah.
where we are with that one.
Do you want me to roll insight so I can figure out which one was their table, or are they like clearly marked?
They're like nah, just actually roll me investigation.
Kraken, I think.
Kraken,
Oh,
that's
no, that
2d0.
Listen.
You roll
There
no
we go.
dice.
Huh.
So
It's probably this one, right?
both of you are looking at him,
I thought it was this one.
and
We
like,
both have the wrong ones.
it's they all kind of look like chicken scratch to you. Just because they have to write fast, for the sake of keeping orders and stuff.
Well, okay.
But luckily, one of the cooks nearby goes, "Oh yeah, aren't those the ones that just came in? The one for the couple and there was some other people. I don't remember."
Yep. Can you, what does it say, chef? I'll help you finish this one off.
I mean, well, I got him cooking over here. It's just the fish they're just cooking. The things seem to be going pretty well, and there you see like another two people like arranging some of the seafood basket. It's not quite finished yet, but it's getting there.
Craigory
And
looks at
you have the
Roll
two.
insight to try and guess what flavors Rox would like to eat.
Wait, I'm sorry. What did you say?
Can I try and roll an insight to figure out what food he would actually like if he actually would like to eat the salmon, or if
Okay, go ahead.
Woohoo.
Cool. So you get the distinct feeling. You get actually two distinct feelings, two distinct opposite feelings. Now this guy he's small and he's round and he is rather soft in nature. So you'd imagine that he likes sweet, soft things. But you can also see him as kind of like you can kind of just eat, very like simple things. But you also get a strange feeling. Uh, he he doesn't have a mouth. Does he? Does he actually need to eat?
Oh, no.
Craigory's line of thinking right now is,
And meanwhile,
oh,
we're gonna cut back to the to the two at the table.
Oh dear.
And the two have decided to do a little toast for the evening. The two of them kind of clink glasses. She gives a smile and takes a sip, and he goes and takes a look at the glass, and he and you know how you hold wine glasses, right? Like you usually like hold like the cup and whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's like gripping it firmly by like the stem of the glass. And
Oh,
Grasp it firmly.
he goes and puts it towards where you would assume a mouth is. And you just, Cassie and Pawsy, you just hear a clink. And it hits against his body. And it just kind of dribbles down his outfit instead.
No.
Oh,
Oh no.
oh,
Oh no, wine stains.
He's going to
Yeah,
have
at
to
least he's
change.
wearing a red dress.
At
And he
least
goes-
he's wearing a red dress.
oh, oh. He looks rather distressed, like, oh no. But she,
Does Cassie know prestidigitation?
I don't think she does.
Neither Pawsy.
oh.
Oh
have-
god.
I have minor illusion.
But his date actually just gives a kind of like a little sigh, but like it's a little cheerful one. Like, oh, you're not supposed to wear that. And she kind of unfolds her napkin and hands it to him. But she's like, but Rock's like, no, wait. And he puts his glass down, and of course everything's kind of just on him now. But he casts prestidigitation. He knows that. So, well, this happens all the time. Really? Rather clumsy? And she gives kind of a little, like a cheeky little smile. Oh, whoa, and he kind of just stammers a bit and then just stops. And she's waiting for him to continue, but he doesn't.
Pawsy once again lets out a massive phew.
Rock kind of glances nervously at you.
Look,
But-
look, she's a Muppet. She knows how hard stains are to get out.
Well, when he's looking over, Cassie's gonna go give him a thumbs up and go, "You got this," and cast bardic inspiration on him.
Oh,
Yay!
so now he's got that, and I think he still has the. Well, no, he wouldn't have the guidance left. Would he? Well, he hasn't
used
used
How
it
long
yet.
has it
I'll still
been?
do it. He hasn't. It's probably been over a minute, which is the duration, but I might give it to him if he's really struggling. Anyway, but hold on, let me roll something.
Yeah,
else.
bardic inspiration is a 1d8 within 10 minutes.
Oh. So hold on, let me roll some. Okay. So, of course, Rock did not drink his drink, but his date did, and she seemed pleased. But as we know,
React to the flavor.
that it should be tasting like hot chocolate. That was a deception roll. So she knows that it tastes like hot chocolate, but she's not showing that she's kind of confused. But now we're gonna switch back to the kitchen. The orders now are nearly complete. They're starting to come together. The fish and chips actually look pretty nice. It looked pretty good. The salmon isn't too bad either. The seafood basket is still almost constructed, but it's got various different seafoods. I don't know a lot of seafood. Just imagine.
Cassel, now knowing that he would probably prefer something sweet, is going to cast Mage Hand to grab the bowl of extra marshmallows that had been put on our table and bring that back into the kitchen.
Wait. Oh, yeah, no, that's doable.
Oh my
'Cause
god.
even though you're both are in the kitchen, it is probably within 30 feet. So
Yeah, and here's the thing.
And
Craigory
you kind of just look through
thinks
the window
that
in
the
the
order
door.
for Rock and his date is the seafood basket and the fish and chips because it's 2 orders.
Oh no,
He thinks both the grilled salmon are for someone else.
no.
No.
So he's directing Cassel to make the additions to like the seafood basket and the fish and chips.
So,
Oh.
like, do we replace the fish bits as he's going to put it all together with the marshmallows? So it's like deep fried marshmallows instead?
Oh no.
Which
Yes.
would probably be tasty, but very different.
Listen, you can deep fry anything.
Do you have like minor illusion or anything that can make it look more like it? Because I don't think prestidigitation can change what it looks like. Can make it taste.
No, it really can't. But listen, Craigory's dressed as a waiter. He can spin this. He's just urging Cassel, like, no, just do it. I got it.
Got you.
So yeah, we prepare these marshmallows in the image of that order as best as we can. Do we need to roll for anything?
I don't know. Just both of you roll a dex check. We'll go with that. See how skillfully you can make this stuff. Oh,
Good thing.
they're two
that was
kinds
on
of
the
people.
prowl.
You seem to be doing very well, Castle. I mean, you kind of thought of the idea, so you had you had a clear picture in your mind what you wanted to do. But Craigory, not so much. Perhaps he's a little more focused on being able to spin it when you're at the table, which is also works.
He's got a plan, guys.
Um,
It's fine.
This is fine. So you guys finish fixing the dish. Wait, do you do this with the fish and chips too?
We would have done it to both parts
Yeah.
of this order.
Yeah, cover both our bases.
Yeah, okay.
Craiger's thinking, wow, Rock must
so
be
then-
really hungry to order this.
You that hungry little boy.
Well, 'cause
But,
we know he didn't know what to order, so
Nerves work
That's
up
true.
an appetite.
Oh, they sure do. And so the cook that was helping you out before turns to you guys and say, "Oh, did you guys want to deliver these? We got these here," and puts the 2 grilled salmon on the table, on one of the trays, and the other 2 that, yeah, they look fine. They just took a precursory glance, and they place it on the other tray.
Well,
I guess
Whichever you
that's
guys
your part
want.
of the plan, Craigory.
yeah. Listen, I can be charming when I need to. This is just what the house recommends. And he's going to pick up the seafood basket and the fish and chips, and he's heading out the door. And
And I guess Cassel will carry the salmon tray.
yeah,
Yeah.
Cassel could deliver to the other 2. Craigory's coming up to Rock and his date, and Wick, he has an item in the inventory notes. He has a pendant that allows him to get.
Who gets there first?
Sorry, say again.
You seem to have cut out.
Oh,
I know what you're going for,
yeah.
but you seem to have cut out.
Instant nat 20
You
got up
persuasion.
you had a pendant?
Yep. Lets him get an instant nat 20 of
well,
her choice, but then Wick gets to turn around at Wick's leisure and give Craigory a nat 1 at any point of their choosing.
Now, you do walk up to their table, and you are kind of, you have the pendant in hand, but while you're also carrying the tray. But as you approach, I'm assuming Cassie and Pawsy also notice you.
They don't know who we are because we're disguised, right?
Oh, that's true.
Do you guys want to make investigation check?
Oh no.
Sure.
This is a disaster.
Goes to look at the. Oh god, what is her? Oh, okay. There's no negatives there. Thank God.
Can I perhaps ask for insight? Because I've got a +2 in that.
What's the one for what did I ask for?
Investigation.
Oh, investigation.
Oh yeah, I have a +3 in insight.
All right, I'll let you guys have it. You guys can roll insight.
Yay, because I'm expecting this to be low.
Oh no.
I was right.
Oh no.
Oh god! Nat 1!
You guys.
Cassie sees nothing wrong with this.
Pawsy doesn't either.
So you may not recognize Craigory in his dashing disguise, but you do recognize the food, the order, and you guys are thinking, "Wow, there's some other table here who also ordered the seafood basket and the fish and chips. What a coincidence!"
Easy, right?
But Craigory, you turn to the couple,
And he just does like sort of very showy, sets the food down, I don't know, does a spin, it's on the table, there's a seafood basket and the fish and chips. And he says, "Our sincerest congratulations from the chefs in this restaurant. This is the best that our house has to offer, so, you know, we're making your night the best it can be." And there's a wink, and he's doing a nat 20 persuasion to make them just go, "Yep, sounds good to me."
Well, Rob is just wait. Wait, I should probably roll for rocks too.
Yeah.
Because I'm wondering if either of them recognize you.
Pawsy
me
and Cass
see.
just over there going like, "Oh no."
See the other one. Sorry, I have to flip between.
So I think Pawsy and Cass are just. I see nothing wrong with this.
Well,
Nothing wrong here.
you know what? You know what? So Rock is. They both seem kind of confused, but Rock takes a look at the seafood basket that has been placed before him, and he goes, and you kind of see his expression go like, "Oh, this kind of looks nice." Because it's got all sorts of stuff on it, and but as for the date, she kind of looks quizzically at the fish and chips, but honestly, she kind of just shrugs and she's like, "Oh, I guess they're out of salmon, huh?" And gives another little chuckle. But yes, now I get to inflict a nat 1 if I would like, but we'll get to
How
that.
does the rest of the table react to the salmon that Cassel's just put on the table.
Yes, you have placed that there, and what are you two reacting?
Pawsy goes, fish and chips looks a lot different than I remember. And says,
Considering Cassie rolled a 3 on that
It was a
insight,
nat
she's
one. It was
gonna
plus
just
2.
shrug and go, yeah, it's a bit weird. I would have thought it came with more. Oh well.
This is the part where I don't know if Cassel would go back to the kitchen or just sit down at the booth, because that would be even more confusing.
Well, to be fair, you are technically wearing a disguise, so you could always go back, change, and then come back.
Yeah, that's probably the
Or
best.
you can
So
stay in the back and see if there's anything else. Like, who knows? They could order dessert. I hadn't thought about it till now. They
I guess
want
Cassel
dessert.
goes back to the kitchen just to prepare just in case.
And so I'm guessing the two of you go back into the kitchen and you're both like, yeah, we did it.
Did it so good.
Mission accomplished.
Now they haven't ordered dessert yet, but we can make them a dessert.
View.
Pawsy looks over at Rock, looks back down at her plate and goes, well, this wasn't my plan. Because she remembers hearing them order salmon, and Rock has a big old bowl of seafood in front of them. And she's, like, doing math equations in her head. Like, my plan's not gonna work now.
Not with that attitude.
And Cassie.
Cassie is enjoying her salmon. She thinks this date is going fantastic.
And, the Rock's date just picks up a fork and just starts eating the fish and chips, which, well, they both go to take a bite, I should say. And, Rock's like, well, and so he just kind of stabs one of the, whatever's in the bowl. But, both go to take a bite. And she does. And you hear another blink. Huh? Oh, right. And hold on. Oh, okay. So both of you, Craigory and Cassel, had made pretty much. So you made these two dishes, like you pretty much replaced them with marshmallow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that? So
Basically,
she has
breaded
taken a
marshmallows.
bite of this fish and chips, which look very convincingly like fish and chips. And has come up with marshmallow. And she doesn't flinch. She just kind of keeps normally eating. Because that is also a deception roll. But I will tell you on the inside, she is just very puzzled. And a little disgruntled. Meanwhile, Rock has done another clink. And then he realized, oh, that's right. Yes? He puts his fork down. I don't have to eat. I can't. And then he looks rather embarrassed and then horrified that he went to a dinner date and doesn't have to eat or drink. He doesn't have to do either of those things. But she also looks rather confused. Are you not hungry, or you just don't eat? I don't eat. Do you just like subsist off of energy, or they're both kind of got question marks going, like What? But, there is one thing. As the two of you that are in the kitchen are thinking of what to make possibly for dessert, do you mind making an insight roll? I forgot to ask this earlier.
Uh-oh.
Oh, that's the 10. What was? Oh, you both rolled. Right. So, now, Cassel, you don't quite realize that there was any error. Gregory, you're not quite sure. I mean, honestly, both of you thought it was you guys did a good job, but then, Gregory, you start to think while you were at their table, you're not sure how, but you kind of recognize Rock's days. But where? Feel like you've seen them before. But maybe it's kind of tough to tell.
I'm sorry, you kind of cut out for me a bit there. Are you saying he thinks he recognizes
Yeah.
Rox's date? Is that what I heard?
Yes.
Okay.
Like you've seen them somewhere, but you're not quite sure.
He gives it a think and then he shrugs. It's not coming to him. If it ain't coming now, then maybe it will later.
So the cook notices the two of you trying to plan dessert, and just kind of helpfully pipes up, we do have a special. We have a cake that we could do. Just a couple slices.
Oh.
Idea. Let's do that. What are we? How are we going to make this extra special?
We got some decorating icing, and he just kind of points, and there's like a rather nice array of icings and little stuff you can put on cake.
Okay. So we could decorate it.
Is that like a performance role?
Let's do an intelligence roll. Yeah, make some good decisions when it comes to it looking nice.
Oh boy.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
The first thing that comes to mind for me is the congration cake. Congration, you've done it.
Congration.
With all the colors.
Now see, I think the difficulty here is that when you go to try and decorate, the cake has already been cut into slices, so it's kind of difficult to decorate on top of it, and especially with limited surface area. But you guys put some stuff on it. Wait, what do you guys have in mind?
Craigory's contributions don't look like decorations, they look like a straight up accidents. Mess. Visually clashing.
Adding like sparklers and stuff using prestidigitation.
It's more icing than cake at this point.
Oh no.
But it still tastes like cake. Cause
The icing itself tastes like cake.
Alright, I'm sorry.
texture's terrible, but it tastes alright.
I'd eat icing if it tasted like cake.
Cake flavored cake.
Oh, and the cook there sees nothing wrong with this. After all, they have more expertise in cooking as opposed to baking and decorating. So he just kind of gives a thumbs up. That sure looks like something. Something good.
Do you want me to take this one out, Gregory, or do you want to take
You know what? Go for it.
this one out?
Your turn.
So, Cassel picks up the cake.
We gotta
and-
check if they're done yet, though. The cook adds.
What if we didn't?
Oh, well then,
Further chaos.
keep going if you want.
So Cassel just start walking out with the cake, even though we haven't like taken away their previous dishes or anything else.
Yeah. Okay. Meanwhile, back at the tables, the original waiter has actually come back, and has in fact procured breadsticks. And he gets to the table where Cassie and Pawsy are and stop. He was about to set the breadsticks down, and then notices that did they order the salmon? Or was that the other table? Oh, this night is rather confusing. But he puts down the breadsticks. We got the breadsticks.
Pawsy enthusiastically goes, "Yay! Thank you so much. I almost forgot about those."
He's just sweating. Good. Good. Are you both enjoying your meal?
Food is great.
Food is fantastic.
And he kind of stifles a chuckle. Are the other two still in the restaurant?
Yes. I think they ate something bad before we came here. Sorry.
Here. He kind of he does make a little bit of a face, but he does nod like knowingly, like yeah, it does happen. All right. Well, would you like me to take your plate so you're all good?
Yes, thank you.
Yes, sir.
And he picks up both, places them on a tray, and goes, we do have dessert as well, if you would like to partake.
Ooh, dessert.
Dessert indeed.
He takes out a menu from like his little apron pocket thing, because there's a smaller dessert menu, and he sets it down for the two of you to look at. Just think of any generic dessert. My brain's like, I don't think thinking.
Can I have some strawberry shortcake?
That sounds really good. God, I'm making myself hungry. Why did I do that?
Pawsy says, "Would you happen to have..." oh God, the name of the dessert is slipping me.
Describe it. Describe it.
It's like a very like fudgy cake. They serve them on like a cruise ship. Wow, it's like my brain is not functioning. I have these all the time.
Of is mud cake.
It's kind of like a really warm mud
Oh,
cake.
it's like
I'm gonna have to Google
it's
this.
like a lava cake or something.
Lava cake! Lava cake, that's it! It's a chocolate lava cake! Thank you.
Yes.
That's what Pawsy orders.
Beautiful. He makes a note of both of these.
Hold on. Cassie's like, can you also order some cake for that table over there and say it's on the house?
Oh, and he just very discreetly points to the
Yeah.
couple's table. All right. I'll be sure to put that in. I will ask if they're interested in dessert, but they can still have that as well. He puts that down. Those will be out shortly. Okay.
Thank you.
So I guess Cassel
Smile
passes
enough.
the waiter as the waiter's going to the kitchen.
Yes, here's where it all comes together. As he makes his way back to the kitchen, Castle, you are going out of the kitchen.
Is that
And he doesn't notice anything. In fact, he looks straight at you, Castle, and just gives a polite nod, like, hello. Just doing waiter things. Does not recognize you in the slightest.
I guess I walk up to the table with the special cake.
And meanwhile, Rock's date has somehow eaten at least like 2/3 of like the fish and chips, which were actually marshmallow. And you can see that the wine has gone down a bit in the glass, but they haven't been pouring from the bottle again. And Rock has left the basket rather untouched except for the initial stab. Though you do see one or two other stab marks, maybe from the bait, wanting to eat some too. But then they figured out it was marshmallow. It's all marshmallow.
Always has been Cock's gun.
I'm loving this because now they're gonna also end up with like 4 cakes on their table.
Good evening. I hope your meal's been to your liking. I have here the special you ordered when you made your reservations. Here you go.
And you set down the two. You also take away the remains of their dinner back onto the tray, just to make some room. And
I guess I take that back to the kitchen.
yes.
Do I pass someone else coming out of the kitchen? I guess we'll find out later.
Yes. And when you set them down, Rock's got your slice, Castle, and the date is Craigory's slice, which is mostly icy.
Excellent.
Honestly, Rock kind of just looks a little disappointedly at the cake. He looked cheerful at first, but then he was like, "Oh, right, I don't." So, but he looks over to his date and goes, "Did you want my slice?" And she says, let me see what this one tastes like first. I wonder if we have different or maybe the same." And she does take a bite of it. And she just very delicately eats it and goes, It's rather not. Oh, I really wish you could have some. But on the inside, gosh, this is
She's
so
probably
much
badly
icing.
craving something that is not sugar.
So yeah, it has been nothing but hot chocolate, marshmallows, and icing. And she is just flabbergasted. But she hides it pretty well. Rock does kind of push the plate a little towards her, though, and says, if you do want it, though, just it will be here. He just kind of sheepishly looks down at the tablecloth. And as you are heading back, you meet up with, Cassel, you meet up with Craigory, and the deed has been done. You put down the cake. All should be well. Until you realize that you turn around and there's an order for another 2 slices of cake. The cook just kind of looks at you like, you gonna help with that too, or?
What do we do?
These are
do
for
they just
us.
want more cake?
These are for us. We've earned it.
You want to roll persuasion?
Boy, howdy, I almost wrote D200. Whoops.
Yes,
Oh, no.
D200.
Oh.
Oh
no. The cook kind of frowns for a moment. I mean, I think there's someone who ordered that. I mean, it is on the order paper after all, as they take the little sheet from the clip thingy. I mean, if you make it and nobody wants it, I guess you could eat it. But maybe you should make it first and then go out see if anybody wanted it before you eat it, you know?
Fair. And Cassel, I guess, starts trying to make another cake.
Yes. If you guys would like to make 2 more intelligence rolls.
Better.
A bit better.
Wow, both of you did do better on those ones.
We're learning.
So things are a little less chaotic on there. Still rather bright and colorful, some sparkles, but these 2 look decent. They look pretty presentable. And who would like to take that out?
Are we taking turns?
I did the last one. Yeah, you can do this one.
Okay. Picking it up and taking it out.
So you make your way over back to the people's table, and you notice immediately that they already have cake that's ordered, right? Was for them, yes. But you decide to just kind of walk up and down through the aisle, like, between the tables to see if anybody else wants this cake.
He will look at over at Pawsy and Cassie first. Do they have cake?
You go over to their table. You might as well.
Yep.
What do you do?
Forgetting he's wearing a disguise, sets down the cake and goes, "Hey guys, how's it going out here?"
And you just happen to set them in the spots where you 2 were sitting before.
Sure.
Oh,
That was
aha.
inside. Yeah, I've worked out who this is.
Yes, you've solved the puzzle.
The mystery.
You brought cake. How did the kitchen stuff go?
You know what? I think it went perfectly. How have they been doing?
Think it's been going okay.
Excellent. Well, cake for you guys,
Again.
I guess.
Cassie rolled. Yeah, Cassie rolled a 3 on her insight before, so she has no clue if it's going well or not.
uh,
Is Castle coming back? I saved you guys some food.
And she pulls 2/3 of the meal that she ordered out of her hammer space.
oh, that's sweet. I'll go get him. And he will go do that. He's going to go retrieve Cassel from the kitchens.
And as you do, you pass the original waiter who is coming out with the dessert order for Cassie and Pawsy. And
Wouldn't he have noticed the cake didn't go to the right table?
well, he didn't have a chance to look at the order. Or at least so far. So like he's coming out, Craigory's going in. And for a split second, he kind of takes a glance at you like, that lad sure looks familiar. Huh. Well, anyway, he just keeps going. He does not suspect you. But he gets to Cassie and Pawsy's table, and that's is about to set down the cake when he notices there's more cake. Huh. Weird. But he sets down the short cake in front of Cassie and the lava cake, Pawsy. I guess, you're welcome. I guess the other two felt better. Ordered some cake. Oh, nice.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
And you do just kind of nods. He says, do you need any more drink refills before anything?
I'll take another cherry soda.
I'm good, thanks.
All right. Refill that, and we'll whenever you would like the check, just let me know. He gives just a polite smile and goes to get the cherry. So, meanwhile, the two of you are in the back.
I would like Pawsy to lean over to Cassie and go, do you have the money to pay for this? Because I only have 5 gold.
Okay.
Yeah, Cassie won Splortsball last weekend. She has money.
Pawsy's gonna go, thank you, I owe you one.
No problem. You can buy me hot chocolate sometime when you get a bit more money.
I will keep that in mind. And she leans back.
And meanwhile, the two of you are probably getting out of your disguises. Luckily, the drinks are actually not in the kitchen; they're just near this bar side. So you have just enough time to get out of your disguises and head back.
With the mustaches being
table.
drawn on.
Went fantastically. Do you think she?
Let's draw.
Yeah, they were drawn on. Can we actually remove that? I don't have any stats for that.
You guys have prestidigitation. You could clean your face.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Sure. We can clean it up with that.
Snap of the fingers. Hey, presto.
I think that went splendidly. Do you think she noticed anything? Do you reckon?
Nah, didn't notice a thing.
I reckon they've gone. Yeah. He's made a good impression, I bet.
So now, all four of you. All right. Well, you got to the table. How are you gonna guys get back in your seats? You just kind of scooch in, or
Craigory's spider
Yes,
climbing
or-
again. It technically lasts for an hour.
Pawsy says, "You could just ask me to get up."
Yeah,
He
I think
blinks.
Cassie got out of the booth to let Castle.
Craigory blinks like it did not occur to him at all, which it didn't.
Castle slides back in because Cassie let them in.
Pawsy gets up and says, "Here you go."
Craigory, already on the wall, just kind of slides in. Thanks.
It's my pleasure.
and so the original waiter comes back with the cherry soda and places it for you. What was I thinking? Oh, right. Sorry, my brain was like, that just leaked out of my brain. Okay. He puts the soda, but then is there anything else that you need? As he gestures now to the four of you.
I think I'm good.
I think we're pretty
Same
good.
here.
No, thank you.
So,
So,
go ahead.
once the waiter leaves the table, Cassel asks how the date has been going because we haven't really been seeing how it's been going. We've only seen moments of it.
It's been going.
Well, and Pawsy kind of holds that for a bit, and she says, "Turns out Rock doesn't eat."
Oh. I
She
thought he
just
was
kinda-
like a marshmallow kind of guy. Oh.
I'm sure it's fine.
She just kind of leaves it at that. But other than that, it seemed to go pretty well.
They seem to be getting along well.
Well, there
You
have it.
all turn to look at them. And she's kind of picking at the cake a little bit. And Rock's just kind of sitting there. I mean, nothing bad has happened, so that's cool. But
Well,
it's
that's a
looking
raging
rather.
success.
So it looks like he's.
Five
Looks like
team.
he's thinking.
No one's pulled out any knives yet, so in Craigory's book, that's a success.
You know, no one's walking away storming. There's been no knives. Listen, toleration is success in his book. He thinks this is going great.
So the waiter comes back to the couple's table and asks, is there anything else I can do? And he's like, anything else, Doc? And gives a cute little smile. And he just goes, I think we're good. All right. So we'll take the check. And the waiter just nods and goes to get the check. He's just going to get the checks for both of you, both tables. But while he's going and doing that, you see, everyone can see, like a little light bulb go on over Rock's head. Aha, maybe. He thinks again, and then, Rosie? And she kind of looks up. Yes? How about, would you like to, you want to hear a song? And he goes into his hammer's pick. Ah, good. As he gets up from the table, and she kind of just looks like, oh, he's doing this now. And he pulls out a guitar. He is ready to just sing a song.
He's ready.
And I'm putting the
Bardic
guitar rough.
inspiration.
Yeah.
Bardic inspiration. Bardic inspiration.
That's right. I can do this. And oh yeah, let me roll for that. Oh right, I gotta roll for this. Okay, so we're gonna do that. He puts it on, and he goes to play, and at first he gives it a strum, and it is wildly out of tune. And he just starts kind of fiddling with the top of it. You know, try to get it back into really quick. But she doesn't seem to mind too much. And so then he's actually going to try it again. So, all right. That's pretty good. So now this time he has it in tune, and he just kind of starts strumming a little song. And I would have him start singing, but I hadn't prepared anything for that. I don't know why. But you know what? He sings anyway. And he has a pretty nice voice. It sounds like something he wrote himself. I mean, after all, he is a musician. And he only plays for a little bit, but then when he's done, he says, "Oh, and I have some flowers too." He's gonna go in there, and he gets the bouquet out. Except when he does, he holds it upside down by accident first. Whoops. Turns it right side up. And hands it to his date, who is actually pretty fine with the flowers. You take it and give it a good once over, and that's really sweet of you, and gives a nice smile. And you can see now these little hearts going over him. It's just kind of, you know.
Oh.
But then the waiter comes back with the checks. Whoops. He kind of stashes his guitar away real quick, sits back down, and they're handed the check, and so are you guys. You guys both have checks. I don't know how to calculate food, so I'm gonna make something up.
Out of curiosity, how many people in this party have money?
Pawsy has 5 gold.
Cassel's got 10 gold.
He's actually looking at equipment. How much does it say he has? I don't think he's earned any.
Because
I've only got
I've
Yeah,
never
he's
used
got
Pawsy
10
before.
gold.
And you guys look at the bill. It's rather high.
No.
So friends.
And likewise, Rock takes a look at their bill, but doesn't seem very phased. And he does take like a little glance over at you guys, and he kind of, it's a little under the table, but he gives like a little thumbs up, like, "I did it. We did the things. That this went well."
Thumbs up back.
Pawsy
Yep.
gives a really big, not under the table thumbs up.
Yeah, Cassie's giving 2 thumbs up, not under the table.
Yeah, no subtlety at all.
So holds up a thumbs up.
Now he gets up with the check, and he says to his date, "Well, it looks like dinner is finished. If you would like to wait outside, I'll take care of the bill." And so she gives a little smile. "Oh, that's really nice of you. Thank you very much. Just waiting outside for you." And Rock nods. So she is going to head out back to the entrance. And then Rock quickly goes over to you guys. That was, it happened.
It did. Good job.
I was really nervous at first, but
You.
it worked.
You looked so cute together, and that song was really pretty.
And he looks a little bad. "Oh, thanks. But I'm thinking, as thanks, he picks up your guys' check. I can cover you guys too, if you want."
Well, I won't say no to that.
I missed what he said. Sorry.
Oh, go ahead. Oh, wait, missed what? Who
I
said?
missed what you said.
Oh, that he's gonna cover the check. Rock.
Oh, okay. Pawsy says, I didn't want to ask anything because I know that's rude, but I was kind of worried because I only have 5 gold.
Rock just nods. "Oh, I get that."
If sure, that'd be really nice.
He just continues nodding. "No, I got it." And so he kind of just goes back to, I don't know where they pay in this place to trick it a thing, but he goes and sorts out the bills. And, yeah, he comes back. Well, I think it's time for the third part. Except, let me go out of this. I realized that this took a lot longer than I anticipated.
That's the way of D&D, I'm afraid.
So I'm gonna leave the choice to you guys, actually. Yeah, that took way. I did have a third segment, but if you guys just kind of want me to wrap it up here, I suppose we could do that. Either that, or if you guys are willing to stick around, we could take another break if you guys need it. It's up to you. Because I don't know how long the third part will take. I mean, I don't think it should be too long, but we don't know.
I do have work tomorrow.
Has anyone got anything scheduled afterwards? Sorry.
Wait, yeah, wait, hold on.
I do start my new job tomorrow at 2, so.
Right. And you have work in the morning, and you... So.
It's only 2 p.m. here, so I'm good.
Yeah, I'm okay with whatever anyone else wants to do.
Okay.
It might be on me, guys, because it's very much not 2 p.m.
That's okay. It is not 2 p.m. here either.
It's 12:30 in the morning.
Yep.
Hey.
So, don't worry. I know how to wrap this up. We will move to the third part of this segment, but it's going to be very short.
All right.
So with the bills all settled, the all of you decide to walk back out. I mean, you let Rock go first and kind of let them go on ahead. The plan is for you to just follow them on the way back to. He's gonna walk her home. Very important.
This is like a mirror of the beginning when we were all following Cassie and looming. Should we roll stealth? Are we stealth?
I want to do this.
Well, if you guys want to roll stealth, you can.
I'm going to, but it's not going to be good. Stealth. Oh, I have a +2.
Wow.
Oh, no.
Wow.
Dang.
How? She's
Somehow.
7 feet tall.
And yet, it has grown dark, and shadows have grown long, and somehow, they just don't see you. They don't really see any of you except Craigory.
You're the four, just very conspicuously walking the exact same way as the couple.
Yeah. Rock kind of glances behind him, but it's only because like he wants to make sure that you guys are following. But she also takes like a little glance back, but she doesn't say anything. She just kind of away. They're both just walking along. And on the way, she lets a little gasp, and says, "Hey, why don't we stop by that park over there? Just for a little sightseeing." And he goes, "Oh, sure. Are you sure?" And she not. Yeah. She leans down and whispers, "No, I know that they're following. No, they don't have to. We know the way back." And so the little hearts kind of spring up again. He's like, "Okay." And so you notice where they're headed, though. It's just a nice little park with a little lake and a couple of benches, a couple trees, and Rock then realizes, oh wait, she knew the whole time. She knew the whole time? Huh? Maybe? He's just kind of very nervously confused, but she seems to be pretty calm about it. He kind of just he leads her over to one of the benches and says, "Just wait right here." And he actually runs back to you guys. She said we can take it from here. She says that her place isn't too far from here, so we should be okay. Besides, the park looks pretty nice, and you see kind of like some moonlight on the little pond that's there, and yeah, it is rather nice and tranquil. But he turns to you for and says, I don't know how to thank you guys. You guys really helped me out.
No worries. Glad we could help. The night's not
We
over.
did it for love.
It worked out.
For love.
We're all like, yeah.
Cassel also like pats him on the back, reactivating guidance, in case he needs it later. or in the next minute.
Uh, and he just looks. He's very grateful for your guys' help. Um, he kind of just he shuffles around in his hammer space for a little bit. He's trying to think of something, maybe something to give. But he doesn't quite have much. But he decides. I'm not sure how else to repay you for the trouble. I mean, if you guys, I got it. And he goes back in. Oh, he
Oh, no.
fumbled.
Hey.
Fumble.
The only fumble. And yet, I actually have forgotten to put on his fumble table. Like, I have it, I just forgot to put it up. See what he has here. What does he have with us? and he's like, maybe I can give you this. And he pulls out a roll of duct tape. That's not what I meant to. Maybe I should try again. Okay. So, this time, he actually he pulls out a little bag, just a little cloth bag, and opens it and gives each of you a marble. I always really liked these, and they're very pretty. So I thought maybe you guys would like it.
Yeah. Thanks, Rock.
Oh, I
Just
love
rocks.
it. It's so pretty.
Ooh,
And she
shiny.
snickers at the pun.
And he gives he looks hesitant, but he wants to like he kind of opens his arms a little, but then like closes it a bit, and he's like, "Can I give all of you a hug?"
Cassie
Oh.
will immediately give him a hug. Like smush, almost push him over, sort of hug.
So also
Pawsy
joins in the hug.
immediately gathers all of them.
Yeah, group hug.
You
Group
cannot
hug.
escape the Pawsy bear hug. There's no escape. I'm sorry.
We live here now.
Picks
But
them
you
all
all
off
had
of
the-
the ground.
Some of you are lifted off the ground, yes.
But we all get a nice big hug. And then Rock's like, I think I have to go back to Rosie.
Yeah,
And then
of course.
Pawsy very quickly lets the hug go and like
What?
kind of almost drops some of them, but like catches Rock and then sets them down separately so
God.
they don't drop
I
them.
thought Pawsy was gonna throw him.
Just yeets him back over there.
Technically speaking, Rock is of puntable size compared to Pawsy, but I'm not going to have her punt him. Punt them.
And so, with a very cheerful wave, he waves all of you goodbye and good night as he trots back over to his date, where they sit, have a nice little chat while looking at the lake. And it looks like the four of you are free to part ways, if you so choose. Or you can exchange contact info. We don't know. I just met you guys for a day, but
Cassie
Pawsy
is definitely.
You can go first,
Cassel.
Kendall.
I was just gonna say Cassie is definitely exchanging contact information.
Oh.
Yeah, Castle's exchanging details and writing them in his book. And then starts to write down a kind of a diary entry of what happened today.
Well, people are offering the info, so Craigory's offering back. He's quite happy with this.
Pawsy is not sure how she will keep this info, but she will definitely try to because she has nothing on her to write it down with. She will try
and
her
as-
best.
Dedicate
And
the
as each of
singular
you are
brain
saying-
cell.
Just one. But as you all motion to say goodbye, you do notice, though, that Rock has dropped something near you guys. Must have been an accident when he fumbled with his hammer space. But there is a business card that's there. And it looks like it has Rock's info on it.
Well, why not?
I guess I'll copy this one and do.
You all just pass it around.
Yeah, maybe giving it to Pawsy so that she can write the other people's details on the back of it, and then she has all of it on her.
Yay.
You have the brain cell. You would not have thought of that.
And with that, it looks like this date night comes to a very exciting but very fulfilling conclusion. And yeah, that's it.
Yay.
Thank you.
Ooh, good fun.
Thank
That
you
was
all of
this
you
was so
for
Thank you.
Okay.
trucking through it.
Oh.
Well, thank you guys. You guys made it really fun. But if you would like, we can all say goodbye to the listeners.
Bye.
Yeah. Bye,
Goodbye.
everyone.